In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smiling. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Grand rising, everybody. This is your girl Reese, aka the best never did it, aka you know who it is. You already know. Man, have y'all ever been on a vacation? You need a vacation from the vacation. Well, I didn't have a vacation. I just went down south for my family reunion, but I'm so tired and beat that I need a vacation for the visit down south. Woo! But we had a good time. Well, let me get into the show today and tell you guys how much of a good time I had as I represent today, Monday Madness, September the 23rd. Shades of Blue by A.M. Morning. This is the book that everybody need to have on their bookshelf. Everybody need to have. Sliding this way so y'all can see. And it's also a product that everybody need to have in their refrigerator. Right here. Bookshelf and refrigerator. Grab them down, put them together, get you some Molly Moss Sea Moss, and get you Shades of Blue by A.M. Morning. You got a good combination going on to help you jumpstart any day, any afternoon, any night. This combination goes good any time of the day. I'm going to start saying it's just like Nike. Just do it. Just get you some Molly Moss Sea Moss, get Shades of Blue by A.M. Morning. Hey, and just get to reading or get to listening because it is out on audio. The only thing that it don't have for you is the daggone video. I need to get a video going so people can get into Shades of Blue because it's coming soon where we're going to have Shades of Blue Day right here on the Morning Mac Show. All righty. So let's say, do I have any panelists in here? Let's say good morning to the people. I can't even see, my eyes are so daggone blurry. Oh, good morning. Who I got in here with me this morning? Nobody. It's okay. Who I got in here with me? Mr. Edible Bong, Kiani. Good morning, Kiani. Can y'all hear me? I don't know if I can even hear myself. Good morning. I gotta check it out. I gotta see. Oh, well, I hope y'all can hear me. I'm gonna go get into my rant and my rave about over the weekend and also Monday Madness because stuff that I don't like. Oh my gosh. North Carolina, the McFarland family reunion was a beautiful time. I got a chance to meet some people, see some people that I've never seen before that don't know me. Oh my gosh. And I met some people that recognize me from doing the podcast. So, Molly Mall, we got people looking in and watching. It was like, hey, I know you. You do the Morning Mac show. So, Molly, it's reaching out, it's touching the people. So, I want to say to my cousin Diamond. Thank you, boo. Hey, Diamond. I met my one of my new cousins, my cousin Anita. And everybody got all these different last names. So they're not McFarland because everybody get married and they go out and they get their surname or they got the name of their or the dads and all the stuff. We got a slew of people in the family that that I'm cousins to, and I didn't realize every McFarland. You don't have to have a McFarland name to be McFarland. Is basically what I'm saying. So we could be cousins. That's why I gotta ask these people now, what's your surname? I was almost took it off the shelf for a cousin. Now that's bad. That's real bad. So I got to watch myself. I go like, oh, wait a minute. Who's your mother's mother? Who's your grandmother? That's what I got to start with first. Because a lot of the grandmothers are brothers and sisters, are my grandfather's brothers and sisters. So I gotta go there first. Well, who's your grandmother? That's how I know who stuff is. So, but it was a beautiful time. Oh my goodness. They have food, enough food there to make you want to hurt yourself. Oh my gosh. You name it, they had it. For vegans, for non-vegans, they just, oh my gosh. I ain't never seen. Only thing they didn't have there was the daggone turkey. Because they had your ham. They had your brisket. They had your roast beef. They had your ribs. They had your hot dogs. They had all kinds of sausages. They had even pigs in a blanket. They had your chicken. They had curry. They had the peas and rice, potato salad, green beans, coleslaw, the hush puppy. You macaroni and cheese. You name it. I thought I was Shirley Caesar. They had beans, greens, tomatoes, canned ham. You name it. I mean, but and I may be a big girl, but I can't eat like a big girl. So I had a plate with some cabbage on there, with some macaroni and cheese on there, with the stuff that I could eat, a little bit of green beans on there, and I only had went through one plate and didn't even finish the plate. I tried to, but baby, oh my gosh. And my auntie did like a lot of cooking than my other cousins. They was doing the size and everything. Because my aunt Ann by herself, she cooked the ribs, the sausages, the hot dog thing. They had like with the green peppers up the hot dog bar. She did the pigs in the blanket. Who do brisket and roast beef? But she did. I was like, she cooked everything but the chicken, like far as the meat concerned. And then my cousins, honey, they put their foot in the macaroni and cheese, the green beans. Hey, cousin Terry, the green beans was good. The beans, I was like, I'm like, wow. You could tell that I come from a big family of people that like to eat and really enjoy food. That was awesome. Good morning. Who's in the house with me? Forgive my eyes, they still blurry.
Kiani is here. Good morning, Reese and Marley and the whole show. How everybody's doing?
Good morning, baby. Good morning. Man, I was telling everybody what happened down in North Carolina. Kiani almost took it off the shelf. Kiani almost took it off the shelf. It was getting ready to get off the shelf, Kiani. But then I found out the joker was my family. With my dad cousin. I was like, Joe the Blow. I was like, Kiani. I don't like that, Kiani. I don't like that. But
that's how it is.
I thought I was gonna go down to North Carolina and give me up forever. Go find me my boo. I went down there and found me a cousin.
It's always like that. It's always like that. What's going on, DJ Slick? It's always like that. You see somebody, you think it's all right, it's your cousin. Every time it's like that.
And I got to say that I have a very beautiful family. The women are pretty, and the men are handsome. I was like, you know,
I need some
I
pictures.
was like, huh?
I need some pictures. I ain't seen none of them.
I did look. I need to take the whole group down there. I need to do a morning back so that Kiani and one of the cousins recognized me. They was like, wait a minute, hold up. You know, they was like, I didn't even know that. She was like, you do the morning. I was like, yeah, I am. I am that one. She is me. That's right. I'm the best that ever did. And I was just down and cutting up. My body is so sore. I feel like somebody took 2 rolling pins and beat me like this. I
Mm.
don't know what it is about driving or traveling that makes you tight and sore. Goodness gracious. It's just, I guess it's that position. That I don't know. I don't know what it is. Do you ever get sore from riding?
Soft?
Sore, like your body.
Oh yeah. I mean, yes. I mean, trust me, a little bit. I mean, when I drove to when I drove South Carolina to go to Myrtle Beach, I drove and yeah, I know stuff you're talking about. I was it's 6 hours. I stopped, I think, once for gas. So yeah, I'm used to it now. I can go 12 hours and I'll be fine. After 12 hours, I gotta take a break for like
You
maybe 45 minutes an hour, and I'm ready to go again. Oklahoma is 22 hours from
woo!
here, so I'm used to doing that stretch.
You
So
doing
we
that
stop in.
straight?
Yeah, well, no, we stop in Tennessee, which is 12 hours. So
Shit.
I can go 12 hours, take a break, and then get back going again. I'm used to that.
Wow. Well, we did. We just drove it straight. North Carolina not that bad, about 4 hours, but I'm just saying. But I don't know what it is about hitting that bumpy road. Is it the road, or is it because you in that position? Because you can sit at your desk at work for 8 hours and it don't affect you. But you ain't the way you sit in the car. You sit in the car is different. Ooh, that's something totally different. So for everybody that's out there in earshot, stop, stretch your legs every now and then. You got to stretch your back. You know, I don't know what to tell them. You do the exercise, pull over to the side for 5 or 10 minutes. Gas station. It's important, especially if you're traveling. Man, but Kiani, I am mad about these daggone people on the road. It's like they want it. The people now, the left lane is for the cars to go. The left lane is not for you to be side by side, but people in the middle lane or whatever. These jokers do not know how to drive. Or is it that they want you to hit them? Because they stopping and braking for nothing. And you looking, why you braking? Ain't nobody in front of you. Get in the right lane. I'm like, oh my goodness. Ugh. And then I don't like being boxed in beside a truck where I got a truck on both sides of me. I don't like that. When I mean truck, I mean tractor trailers. I don't mean a
Did,
regular SUV or nothing like that. But
did you
oh boy,
drive? You was passenger or the back seat.
I didn't drive this time because it was my eyes are still messed up. When I say messed up, they still glossy. Even though I got both shots in my eyes Tuesday, for some reason everything is still cloudy. So I don't know what's going on with me and my eyeballs right now. But no, I was the passenger. I was the front seat passenger. I should have laid my butt down in the back, but I was Tyree's co-pilot. No, Jesus had the wheel the whole time. Me and Tyree was just co-pilots. But but yeah, we did that. Went down there and back and had a nice, lovely time. I need a week down there, just a week so I can travel to visit to see everybody and all of the aunts and uncles that's living. Uh, my grandfather was number 9 out of 14 kids. They had 14 of them jokers. My grandfather was number 9, and only 6 of the brothers and sisters are still alive. So I'll give them a shout out. Shout out to Aunt A. Uncle Doug, Uncle Dave, Aunt Doris, uh, Aunt Margie, and wow, I feel like I'm forgetting one. Aunt Jessie. Can't forget my Aunt Jessie. So shouts out to those McFarlanes that's still the brothers and sisters, the first line of the McFarlanes, that's still living and kicking. I didn't get a chance to see nobody but my Uncle Doug because he was the only one that came to the reunion. Kiani, you live in PG County just like I do, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is this about Angela also Brooks not paying her taxes?
That's crazy. I mean, I heard about it, but I mean, I don't know what to say about that because I thought her man was one of them senator guys and her baby daddy. So I thought she had everything straight. Because I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, how could we ever know that? Because Donald Trump don't pay his. So,
but this is my thing, and she's running for the Senate, the office. Prince George's County, Montgomery County, all of these other supposed to be lucrative, rich black counties. How come your politicians don't have to pay taxes, but you do? What, Kiani, what would happen if you don't pay your taxes?
That's a good question.
They come back and snatch our stuff, or we get a serious. Did this let me know that taxes is unlawful? I mean, because you putting all this money in the system. I guess you said I ain't paying these taxes. I ain't putting this money in these programs because I know because I'm helping running the programs and know what the program's about. You notice that it's the poor taxpayers that we don't know no better. We pay taxes honestly, like we pay tithes in the church. But it's your politicians, the one that know what happens to the money, that ain't paying it. The people with the money ain't letting it go. Explain it to me. You got money, you got means to pay your taxes, but you don't pay your taxes. But your poor people who taxes shouldn't even be taking 28% out of what you work for. Then you got to pay this and that. Then you pay 28%, the normal person, out of your paycheck. Then you pay taxes on everything else you buy. So they're getting what? More than 28% out of you because you pay 6% on food, groceries, murder. So 28 plus the 6, that's 34% right there of your income. And then that's speaking about liquor and cigarettes. If you got some type of device, your taxes are even higher. And now in murder, you got to buy bags for this. I mean, they will find a way to take all your hard-earned money, but the people who have the means to pay the taxes and not feel it, don't. That's why they don't feel it, because they're not going to pay it. They're like, oh, no, I don't feel that. Oh, you got to pay that much in taxes. Ooh-wee. Sorry for you. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That to me is like, lawless. You just like, I ain't gonna pay no taxes. I ain't gonna do, and you got the money. I'm not just talking about her. I'm talking about Trump. Everybody with money. Only the people with the money don't pay the taxes, because the poor people. When I say poor, if you ain't rich, you poor. I ain't talking about middle class. If you ain't rich, you poor. So everybody else, other than the rich people or the well-off, well-to-do, got to pay taxes, but they don't.
Don't you love how America separated from England under the issue of we don't want to pay taxes anymore and you're not going to take our guns? And here we are paying the hell out of taxes and people trying to, well, I mean, it wasn't guns, it was cannons. Don't take our cannons. How cute was that? And then now we pretty much bring back all the same issues that we separated from Britain over.
Good morning. Good morning, Destiny. I didn't see you. Oh, of course I didn't see
Good
you.
morning.
I have trouble seeing. But good morning. Good morning. Taxation without representation. That's funny, because I feel like that's what they're doing to us all the time anyway.
Yeah.
For food, the clothes, to when we go out to the restaurant and eat, that's even more, And they have a gratuity taxes now. So you got gratuity tax, and you got your gratuity, and the people be expecting a tip too. So if you go and get a $50 meal, it comes up to, after you pay your 15 or 20%. Your $10 on tip, that's 60. But for $50, they taxing you 10% or whatever, because after you pay all of that gratuity and stuff, your $50 meal comes up to about $65, maybe more. You know,
10% of 55 is only like what? I mean, like just a couple dollars. But as somebody that has waitressed plenty of times, the gratuity generally applies to whenever there are multiple individuals in your party, and they just have to deal with multiple individuals, and that just gives, like, if a waitress looks at a table full of people, then there's always like this bounce around in their head on whether or not it's actually going to be worth their time. They still have to go over there. They have to take care of that table. But there have been plenty of times where I had a full fucking table of people and everybody thought, oh, he left a tip. No, he left a tip. Oh, he left a tip. He left a tip. And nobody left a damn tip. The gratuities make sure that shit doesn't happen. If you look at the gratuity and say, you know what, she did so damn good, I'm going to tip more than that gratuity said, then hell yeah, you look like a rock star to that server because she just busted her ass for you and the people at your table. But the gratuity is just to make it worth it to the individual that's serving you. No company wants to lose their waitresses over a table that was full of a bunch of people that didn't care about her and didn't tip her. Wow, looks like shit. Thank you. I'm gonna take this down now.
Well, it'd be only 2 people, 3 people, and I still stick with 2. Even though we big people, do we look like we a whole crowd? 3 of us sitting at the table look like a group, I guess. And it's so funny because the people you think gonna tip don't. People you don't think on tip be the one that tip. Because I do tip my waitress, and we tip very well. So and then you add the gratuity and stuff. No. So the taxes is it just makes my skin crawl.
What's the difference from filing taxes and paying taxes? Like, I always hear people like, oh, that person ain't paid taxes. And then I'm saying people like, I got back $4,000 on my taxes. Like, what's the difference?
You ain't paid taxes. No, that's filing taxes. If you didn't pay your taxes, it means you're not filing them to pay them, or you owe them. Or
when you want to pay your taxes, if you get a check.
Yeah, but not everybody that so if you have
rich people.
Well, if you have a regular job where like you're underneath those rich people, right? You get your paycheck, it'll have your gross and your net, where the gross is what you actually fucking earned and the net is what they're actually going to give you, and they pull out the taxes. If you file taxes and you've been paying your taxes this whole time, there's a possibility that there are some miscalculations, and this is the time for them to say, hey, we're going to give you back some of your money that you paid. Whereas if you have a commission-based job or you're the boss and you've been making money, then whenever it comes to filing taxes, you, instead of paying your taxes this whole time you've been making it, now you got to pay the taxes that you owe. That's the difference. So it's not this and that. It's whether or not you're an employee or the boss.
Yeah, because it seemed like it works best. Like me having a company, if I buy like $2,000 worth of camera equipment, at the end of the year, they probably tax me 25% on that. I can file taxes and get that money back. Like, why wouldn't I want to file to get that money back? Like, every time I use the car for gas, anything, I would want to file to get that money back. And a lot of people, they say getting away with not paying taxes. I'm trying to understand, what are they doing? Because they mostly business owners and they spending money. Don't you want to get that money back? So it's what's the benefit from not paying taxes?
Because if you're in a certain bracket, you're going to pay more taxes. These people, that's why the rich don't like paying taxes. It's always that's what I'm saying. It's not us average Smo Joe. It's the rich people that don't pay their taxes, the one that get away with murder and get away with not paying all this money, that owe all this money.
Well, there's also not many people know this because it's not let known to everybody, but if you make a big purchase, like if you buy a car outright, then you can put that towards what you did for your taxes and say that it was this giant purchase. Big purchases like that, whether it's a car, a boat, a house, if you pay for something outright, you're not making payments on it, then you put that on your tax paperwork and it ends up being a bonus for you where you don't owe so much. That also goes along with if you have a business and you go to file taxes, you have to keep receipts for all the things that you bought for your business. And that helps you out because they go, oh, okay, well, they're buying things for their business, and you don't have to pay so much. Also, gas. If you are spending gas to get to work and back, or you work a job that requires you to use your own vehicle, like delivery drivers, they're supposed to hold on to the receipts so that come tax season, they can say, hey, I put this much money towards having my job. But people don't do that. People throw away the receipts and they don't have that proof that they put that much money into getting to their job. So that's something that's not advertised very much. Nobody holds on to their gas receipts, even though it could help them significantly whenever, hey, stepdaddy, whenever it comes to tax season.
Well, I did. I kept Molly. Well, when I was working and doing my contracting work, had my own business, I kept my gas receipts. I made sure when I went out to lunch, if I was going out there, we talked about business because I put that towards my business expenses. If I had to have a uniform, I put that towards, I wrote that cleaning bill off of that because a lot of doctor's office require you to wear uniforms and stuff like that. So I was getting the mileage. I was keeping my receipts for everything. When I mean everything, I mean everything. So it could benefit me at the end. But for some reason, you're rich and elite people, the people that own companies or own land or own whatever they own or have money, your celebrities. I don't know why they just don't want it. They have the money. They have the money to pay taxes. I don't know why they just don't do it. They'd rather go to jail. Look what happened to Wesley Snipes. Look what happened to Ron Isley. Now they saying Angela Alsobrooks don't want to pay her taxes, and she's running for Senate. She's the here in PG County, she's running for Senate. I'm like,
and Red Fox ain't paying taxes neither.
No.
Hey, you gotta realize $1 million for those people aren't a lot of money. You say you get $1 million, you're already in the 47% tax bracket. So they're gonna take $1 million of that. After that, you have whatever you have to pay. You're maybe getting 300,000 out of that $2 million or $1 million that you just put out there. You don't have any money. You buy a house, you got to wait for the next year to do this, unless you got credit established. It sounds like a lot, but when you got these ones that's making $4 and $5 and $50 and $100 million yearly or daily, like Musk, they need to pay their fair share. And they're not. Not only that, they're not even giving us wage hikes, hourly wages, because it's about greed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Only the rich get away with it. Slicky said, if you buy a brand new car in here in Baltimore, yeah, that's here too, Slicky. Out cash, you got to prove how you pay it. They want to know where the money come from. Anything over 10,000, I think it is.
Yeah, that was the kingpin.
10,000 cash. They want to know where that money come from. You absolutely right.
Yeah, that was the kingpin. That was the kingpin law. I got caught up in that years ago. The kingpin law. You can't save no money. It's just like I think it was back then. It was $9,999 you could carry on your person. Now it's $4,999. Yeah, it went. If you got a penny in there, they can confiscate that money, and then you got to spend money to get your money back. I think that's the way it went. Yep. If they find one penny in that car, if they find one extra penny, you're over, and then they give you 1,000 confiscated, and
Is
then
that
you
legal?
got
I can't hear what you're saying, baby.
I
You
think
breaking
that's
up.
your connection, Lee. But I don't know. It's just
no,
like you going in and out. But it's weird because a lot of people, I just be like, what we argue about most of the time. Because it was only one president in the history of the world that only taxed the 10%. The rich people. It was only one president. And y'all can look it up because I'd rather not say, I'd rather people do their research. Only one president. We be saying the rich don't pay their taxes, they don't do this shit. And only one president came out and made them pay their taxes. And they've been pissed off. Anybody that make more than $250,000 had to pay taxes, and he was making them pay taxes. And if you didn't, he
He's
was coming
talking
at
about Trump.
you. I'm just saying, it's only one president that did that, and ever
And
since
he
he
owed
did that,
taxes himself.
exactly, and that's why he changed the code so he had to pay taxes and everybody else. But before then, he said, "No, I don't pay taxes." Which was realest shit ever. Is your girl coming out saying she don't pay taxes or why she don't? No, they gonna duck the question. But he came out and said he don't pay taxes. And I don't pay because how the tax codes are drawn up. If y'all want me to pay taxes, change the tax code. But they wouldn't. He said y'all won't because y'all take the same tax breaks as I do. Y'all don't pay taxes just like I don't. And then when he got in there, he changed it that him and people like him had to pay it. And they still come on here like now. Rich people, they don't really pay taxes. They don't want to pay. Well, was one guy in there that made sure they did it. So it's just weird because the people you're voting in now, they gonna keep it where it's at. So it's
But
like, what
this
do
is
we
a
want?
politician, our Maryland politician,
Yeah.
that's running for the Senate. That she's in the news for not paying her tax. You know, and they be going hard out here in Maryland with the tax bills and all of this and everything else. But you know, if you know you're gonna get in trouble, you know you're gonna get caught. Do they want the limelight? Do they want to be in the spotlight that bad that they take the negative press? I don't get that.
I don't know. How would somebody know you not paying your taxes, Reese? It's weird how people be so much in other people's business. Like when I was growing up, I never knew who voted for who. It was a secret. You couldn't
It's
tell
still
the
a
person who
secret.
you voted for. It was like, nah, like it wasn't open. Now it's open. Like who you vote, you better not be voting for this. Oh, you pay your taxes. You ain't know who got their taxes back to you know who started spending money. Now people post on Instagram, oh, got my taxes back. I'm back. They post their money. It just we too open into we too in everybody business. Yeah, I don't care if she don't pay taxes. That shit made up anyway. Every time we go in the store, we get taxed. Every time we get a check, we get taxed just to cash it. Every
That's what I
time we spend
said.
$1, we get taxed. You can go buy a
That's
bottle
what
of
I
water.
said.
That same dollar that got taxed, getting taxed again. So I'm okay with them not paying taxes and they can get away with it. I just don't know how to get away with it. If I knew how to get around it, shit, I would find a way to do it too. You know, so that's just me. I just don't be caught up in, oh, they ain't pay their taxes, they supposed to pay it. It's a lot of people ain't paying their rent because they just ain't got it. You know, so they're sleeping that joint for 5-6 months till they get put out and save up to get somewhere else. It just people been situated, ain't that they want to do it. Some people gotta do it. And some people just greedy. So she found a loophole. Like a lot of these rich people been out here finding loopholes. Hey,
She didn't
so be it. I'm
find one
with it.
though. She getting
Share with
taxed.
me.
She getting caught. She getting called to the carpet. Like, wait a minute. So she didn't
Catch.
find the loophole. She just found a non-invasive hole. Like Ron Isley, they went to jail. Wesley Snipes, they actually came in arrested and locked these people up for not paying. I thought you didn't have to pay. I mean, excuse me if I'm wrong, but I thought that you don't have to pay taxes. And if you don't, why do they have the right to lock you up? What, you know, where did that come from? If you're gonna say, Reese, you have the right to vote or not, and then if I don't vote, I get locked up.
There's a difference. Voting is is something that you're allowed to do, whereas if you don't pay taxes, the government says you owe me money.
Well, that's something that you're allowed to do. You know, but in one hand, so I remember I had got a large sum of money. I didn't say what it got for, but it was from my job. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna get this. Don't you know they cut that shit in half, clean in half? I'm like, wait a minute, I'm behind the bill. I need this money. Why y'all gonna do? Oh, because that money puts you in a different tax bracket. I was like, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. You take more than my 28% that they rather when you get a large sum, they go half for that. I was like, ain't no way. Ain't no way, Jose. Ain't no way. But and like I said, I'm struggling. I'm poor. And you going to take my money and say, oh, you in another tax? I was some kind of hot. I was furious. I was like, I've been waiting for it. And then I didn't. Oh, my blood was boiling over.
Yep. You hit the lottery for $1 million. How much you think you get?
Only half of that.
Yeah. If that, probably 400 something.
You would get a little over half, and that's it.
That don't make no, and
what state you in? It's weird. It's
well,
weird.
in Alabama, actually, you know what? It would be even less. So since I'm in Alabama, if I went to Florida and got a ticket and won $1 million, I would have to pay Alabama's tax and Florida's tax. So I would end up with only like what, 300 grand maximum.
Yeah.
Why you gotta pay taxes in both states? You only live in one. Anybody know?
Yeah, but I bought it in the other.
Yep.
I would have to relocate.
Because I bought it in that one.
Look, if I bought it,
Alabama, it's not legal to. Yeah, if you buy your lottery ticket in another state, I mean, I don't know if it's different if like your side by side states are both like it's legal to do that, but Alabama, we don't have the lottery. So I'd have to go to either Mississippi or Florida in order to participate in the lottery. If I go to Florida and get my lottery ticket, I got to pay the Florida taxes that they're going to charge anyhow. And then I come over to Alabama and they're like, shit, you made money, give us some. And that's how that goes.
Wow, Alabama don't have the lottery? Are you serious? No Mega Millions? No Powerball? I never knew that.
How they going to pay it? Ain't enough people in town to play it. You know,
Molly, shut up.
It ain't.
We got lots of people in Alabama. Oh, there was another shooting in Alabama. It was a shooting in Birmingham yesterday.
Shit, everybody there
in town to pay tax.
Four died, 17 wounded.
Wow.
It was apparently a paid hit.
A paid hit out Alabama.
Yeah.
Shit. You got hitmen in Alabama. It's the same everywhere.
You can't be a good hitman if you
have the lottery or gambling in Alabama. Do they have gambling or is it just the lottery? They don't have.
We have like a couple casinos, but they're only on like Indian land.
Yeah.
The closest one here is called Wind Creek, and it's in Atmore, and that's about an hour north of me.
Now, are there any other states I know that don't play that don't have the lottery?
Yeah, let me look it up for you.
I thought all states had the lottery. I thought that's why I thought Powerball, Mega Millions, because you always hearing somebody in California, somebody in Florida, whatever, hitting it. I thought all the states had the lottery, but I never thought about it. I guess they don't. Oh my gosh, Alabama don't have no lotteries.
I don't know. All of them probably separate because it'd be like Maryland, and then it'd be like DC lottery. Like all of them got different numbers too. So it's like the DC number is not the Maryland number, but the big power everybody in one.
Good morning, y'all.
The lottery.
Good morning.
Right.
Good morning. Is
Nevada
supposed to
lottery either.
Nevada don't have a lottery either.
No.
Jeez, y'all got all kinds of gambling out there, but no lottery.
Well, that's why they didn't want to compete.
Alabama, Alaska, Hawaii, Nevada, and Utah.
Wow.
Those are the only
Alabama,
states in the
Alaska,
U.S.
Hawaii, and Utah. Only 4
All
states.
right. Y'all know where lottery came from?
And Nevada.
Like why they start playing the numbers? What made them start doing that?
Poor people trying to get
The
paid.
lottery.
Poor people. Nah, they used to run the numbers. You see it in all the old movies, all the old
number
gangsters.
runners.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
that's
was
right.
our shit. They took it from us. They take everything from it. Then we go out there and we play it. That's why I never played the lottery before. You know, it's just like that was our thing. You know, but at the same time, it's more safer for people to actually play the numbers. But they do it. They take all the time.
A numbers runner. That's what a number runners was. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right, Marley. Because they were like, give me 1, 2, 3. They had bookies there. They had people that actually went around and took your number, and the number come out, and a lot of people in it because they said take a quarter and you get back like $50 or whatever. That back then that was a lot of money, and it helped a lot of people hit the number.
A nickel would get you $30 in the box. A quarter was $150. That's the horses, the dogs, the races. Period. They weren't just doing lottery; they was doing the races too.
Running numbers.
Yeah, well, just wasn't running numbers. It was the stocks. They had the stock, the NASDAQ. They had the lottery, which was founded in Pennsylvania. Then you had the stocks was first. That was the first one. And it was a black guy that developed that one out of, I want to say North Carolina, South Carolina. He came up with that one. And it actually helped black folks build and get generational wealth.
When you're done, I got an interesting little fact.
And then the bookies and stuff came up when the lottery came out. That was like in the 80s, 70s, 80s. And how I know about this is because, hell, I went to jail with his number slip in my pocket. So I've won a lot.
Sometimes I think he was born in 1800s, like 1924 or something. Because you go way back.
Hell yeah, I'm over 60, so
I know a lot of people over 60 that they experienced good old stuff like woo.
Yeah, I done met some people and seen some people that most people have never seen before in their lives, like Halloween. But we're gonna go further than that. But
anyway, Destiny, what was the fun fact that you got that you want to share with us that you got? What you got?
Has anybody ever heard of the Pepsi riots in 1992?
The Pepsi riot?
Mm-hmm. I heard of the Pepsi and Coca-Cola battling each other, but Pepsi riot, the only one I know they want to strike the Pepsi people because they wouldn't pay.
She ain't say strike.
She said riot.
Oh, that sounds like yep, hey JoJo. Yeah, no, so apparently, or not even apparently, what happened was in 1992, Pepsi had this thing going on. They're like, hey, if you get this particular cap on your Pepsi bottle that has the numbers 349, then you win $1 million. And the computer system fucked up and put 349 on around 800 bottles.
Yeah, I remember that.
Go ahead, finish Destiny.
The Philippines were like, oh shit, I want $1 million. So they started flooding over to Pepsi plants demanding their money. And Pepsi was like, no, we're not giving all of you, like all 800 of you, $1 million. What the fuck? So they were like, nah, how about this? We'll give you, 500 pesos each. And it came up to, in American dollars, $8.9 million. But when they wouldn't pay out the full $1 million to everybody that wanted it. They rioted. There were deaths. There were lots of injuries. There were lawsuits. It was crazy, all because the computer fucked up and put the wrong number on so many damn caps.
And where was this at?
In the Philippines.
Jeez.
Yeah,
They be running specials over in the Philippines that they don't run here, huh?
no, it happened here too. It happened here too.
In DC, Slicky said he was a runner in the 70s and the 80s. So that's Baltimore and DC.
Yeah.
I know people I met that was runners. That was like one of their first gigs. You know, that it's just crazy to see time ain't even passed that much and how far we done came. Like, it's no different than anything. Alcohol. My father said they used to like buy tobacco and alcohol right off the streets. You know, my father in his 70s, you know, about to be touching 80. You know, but it just like,
I was wrong.
that's amazing. Like, they had to buy bags of tobacco like weed, you know, like, hey, you got some tobacco? I'm trying, and they roll up their tobaccos with the little top papers and make their own cigarettes. But now you gotta go buy cigarettes. You gotta go to the store and buy liquor. Ain't making no moonshine, you know, just they take everything.
Why?
So I was working at
their money because the government wanted the taxes and want a piece of it. That's why it's the prohibition. That was the tobacco and everything and all the vices. That's like weed. Weed, you had to, it was illegal, and so the government made it legal so they can get they cut. They
of course
organized crime.
Yeah,
okay,
like
so
if you make your own
company, I worked at Zappos, and I remember one Christmas. Y'all remember those shoes, Uggs? Those Ugg boots?
Yeah,
okay. So they had a special. Okay, so they had a special, but it was going to be 99 cents for a pair of these shoes, but only to, you know, the people who had the, I guess, some kind of special package. And the computer made an error and they sent out the special to everybody. So everybody bought up $1 million worth of Uggs for 99 cents. And the company had to pay the taxes on that shipment. So it was about a $300,000 mistake. And that one person got booted, fired, and I don't even know if they could get another job where they're at, because they hit one button and it sent out all like over $1 million in stock of Uggs for 99 cents.
Wow.
So you got to be careful. As someone who has we have the Comedy Game Show League, you guys to be real careful when you talking about like people money and pushing buttons and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And I have to pay the taxes on all that money. So all the money that you guys send in for sponsorships, people ask me to put it on different apps. I got to pay the taxes on that. So I got to pay 3 times now. I got to pay the comedian, the sponsor, and the taxes.
Did you know if you make your own, like if you make your own wine, right? You got a wine business, you're making your own wine. Before you can sell that wine, you have to send it to the FDA, and they have to make sure that it's an overall FDA approved wine. And they're like, okay, now you can buy it back from us. Go ahead and pay your taxes on us so that you can sell it to your people.
Yeah, they get you at every juncture. They every stop point. Every time, let's put it this way. I worked in supply chain management for over 25 years. And every time your item goes into somebody else's hands, you got to pay taxes at every stop. So,
yep, because you make money.
That's what makes things so expensive. That's what makes the prices go up. It's how many hands.
You got to spend money to make money, and then once you make that money, you got to pay money.
You spend money. That's why you got to get a government day cut.
Yeah, that's why you got to be That's why you got to be a hustler, baby. If you're a hustler, they don't know about those taxes. You got to be a hustler.
But in my mind,
but you don't get no pass. You can't pass down your wealth. You can't. You can't pass down your.
Oh, but you can. There's ways in doing it. There's ways in doing it done. But
I'm just saying, you live in. See, this the thing, Lee. They give us these terrible relationships with police, the government, the system, and everything. You know, we got these, and then they want people to come to them with these businesses and stuff after they've poop down your face, and then they, you know, just have all these terrible relationships, and then you know, so it's not easy for a brother to go and start his LLC and pay his taxes on his wine if he's making it or whatever, you know, because of the relationship that he got. He don't trust the man. I don't go there to get my man, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Lee, you can pass money around, but you can't really. It's not as easy as you think. You ain't gonna have as much. You can pass a little bit, but you can't pass a lot.
Yes, you can. It's been done. See, the thing about that is, when you say,
you can.
When I say that wealth, how much is a dollar in a black community? How many times do a dollar transfer through a black community? Maybe about 5 times. How many times do a dollar pass through a white community?
You got
55,000, tens of thousands of times. Now I'm gonna use what you call it? Let me finish. Let me finish.
That never makes sense.
Buy the shirt.
The thing, what I'm saying is, our money we don't spend with each other. What we want is a hookup. We don't go to the man and get our money. See, when we trying to build wealth with each other, we spend it with each other. But we take our money, we'll go pay them top dollar for whatever it is. But we want to have. I want to have you. You charging me $5,000. I want to give you 25, but this man come and say 2,500, 5,000. I give him 5,000. We can't build wealth that way. It's not normal. So we are hustlers. We go, we get the money, we dig a hole, a bag, a can, or whatever. My grandfather had a can in a chicken coop with his money in it. There's way in passing money and making money. You don't have to go and ask anybody for anything.
No,
it's still being done.
You finished?
Yeah, I'm finished now.
Okay. Now, Marley,
that ain't generational wealth. That's not generational wealth.
Hold on, y'all.
Wait a minute, Marley. You applied to what Lee was saying. Reply. Go ahead.
Nah, I was just trying to see, because JoJo was saying that it wasn't possible, and she was saying it was, and then she explained how it wasn't possible. You know, that's all I was trying to tell her. It was like he was trying to say at hustling, it ain't possible had general wealth, and she was saying that it was, and then she explained how it wasn't. That's the part that be get me with Lee, like what we talking about. That's all I want.
And then, yeah, the chicken coop can. That's how you do it. Shorty, you got the $500,000 in the chicken coop can. You know what I'm saying? And then your grandson get it, and all of a sudden he ain't got it in the can no more. He got a Lamborghini. You know what I'm saying? Leased out, and they want to know where he get that from.
Yeah, and they say the dollar doesn't go but so many times in the black community. But when she talking about hustling, yes, it does. The candy man get the money, then he might buy drugs. You know, that drug man might get it, and they give it to the kids at the truck. So it's money that goes around in the community. It just ain't on file like how they saying. That's company wise. Like if you get $1, spend it in a black business, and then that black business spend it on another black business, and they constantly keep going around. You know, that's what happens in other communities. But when you talking about hustlers and street life, the dollar does stay in the black community, just not on record. That's why I do. So I need cash only. I don't do that Cash App stuff, you know, and stuff like that. So that's the only thing I have a knock on that when they say the dollar doesn't generate but so many times in the black community. Not the dollar that y'all know of, but the money does generate a lot in the black community.
You know what? I think they're talking about businesses because there's a lot of other businesses that's in the black community. So you go down to your carryout, that's not a black-owned business. They'll take all the money that community got and then they'll take it and they'll go to their community and spend it for their community. I think, is that what you're talking about? The black dollar, how it don't stay in our community. That's because we don't own the businesses. I don't know no sister that own a hair shop as much as, you know, and I was looking around, who owned top #1 beauty? Who owned this beauty store? Who owned that beauty store? I did not see not one black beauty store owner. And as much as black women love and the men get the products for their hair, why are we not allowed to own a beauty store?
Shit, I know a lot of all the women I know that got beauty shops are black. You know, it's just you don't know none. You know, but most of
I'm
them
talking about not the hair salons, the way you get your supplies from.
Yeah, they got both. Like it be built in both. You could come by the supply, but they don't have as many as we see these others. You know, foreigners be having it, but they got.
That's because our company. I'm sorry, we don't got we don't got the capital on. You know what I mean? And we so far behind, we ain't got the type of capital to, you know, start these businesses, and they set the bar so high, and you gotta jump through so many loops. It makes it hard for, you know, you to start from the bottom to get to the top, you know, or to get into that bracket, or to even be allowed to be suggested to get into that bracket.
And that goes back to Reaganomics, because they used to give us loans, but after Reaganomics hit, they cut out the giving the minorities loans because the minorities was coming up out of the ranks.
I beg to differ on that. No. I know Brittany was about. I mean, pardon me, you was about to say something. So, I beg to differ. But go ahead, girl.
No, I'm gonna beg to differ right with you, JoJo baby. Because I don't think. I think the reason why, at least per my experience, is, I hate to say this, I really do, but I'm gonna say it today loud and proud. Black people don't know how to work together. Everybody want their own stuff, so they won't take a group, right? Like just on this screen, between the people on this screen, we have a magnitude of talent, but will everybody come together on one thing and allow their talents to help that one thing grow? No. What they'll do is they'll come and they'll give minimal to your project, and then they'll go off to the side and do their own because they want their own, right? So I don't know, for the life of me, I can't figure out, and I'm gonna keep trying, but I can't figure out how to get everybody to work together and use 100% of their power on that one thing, even if it isn't their thing, right? Everybody gets a turn in my world. So once we can figure out how to put our egos down and help one at a time get to where we need to be, we will all end up there. You might not be first, might not be second, but you're definitely on the list. And when we all turn our power to whatever it is, we can get it done. Because I've been doing it for the past 5 years with Sauce in the City. I don't have the money to run this. I do not. I can barely keep from being homeless. But hopefully that we continue on and everybody takes their individual power and put it into the one thing so that we all can go. I had a company back in the day called Helping Hand Logistics. And what they have the upper hand on us is the people that own these beauty supply houses, is they know how to import, export. And our people, we don't know how to do that. We want to buy from the next American man who's going to charge us 3 times, what we could get it for in another country. But what prevents us from doing that is because there's people like me that try to help, but everybody, people just don't want to see it my way. So therefore, all I could do is sit back and watch.
So they on the same page. If everybody was on the same page, then they would see it your way. But if they're not on the same page, they're not going to see it your way.
Exactly my point.
For years that we everything we need, we got when we put our resources together, come together, and have one big thing instead of all these different little things.
What I wanted to say about different about what you were saying, Reese, is you know, you give Reaganomics this props, but I mean, it might no, wait a minute.
That was surprising.
I'm just saying, yeah, you know, you did. You said that's, I mean, I'm sorry. You said that after that, like I'm sorry, you said after that, you gave him the props of being, I didn't mean it that way, but I did say it wrong. But you gave him the props of being the you know, the crusher. And I believe that it was way before that. There wasn't, you couldn't get it done. That's how they kept the projects. That's how they kept homes and the rest. You know, you could work every day and you needed a new roof after 15 years and worked every day, and you couldn't go to the bank. It was a red line. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't do these things. You couldn't get a real loan from the bank back in the day before Reagan too. Reagan stopped that from happening. That's how they controlled us. Everything was red line. Every I don't know how that they not paying us. They not paying us because you couldn't even get a loan if you lived in them areas. The whole area was circled that they didn't allow you to get a loan. That whole area punished with suffering, no roofs, poverty stricken, and these are hardworking people.
Wait a minute. Before Reaganomics, the programs that they did have, Reagan area cut it out. That you talking about real red line, the ones, because I know people, I know businesses, and I saw stuff go out of business after his butt came and took away programs that was helping the minorities that they was using to get up to go to school, to businesses to get their degrees, and business making loans and stuff. After he cut what programs that they did have, if it was the last school lunch program or lunch, that nigga cut it out.
Yeah, I'm just saying it wasn't that sweet. I ain't saying that he ain't come and sweep the rest of that up under the rug. I'm with you with it. I'm just saying it wasn't that sweet before he got there, as far as getting loans and finding your way. That's what I'm saying.
It was after he came, after he came, it might have been some bitter honey. And before he got in, after he came, that shit was straight up licorice. They was like, oh, nobody wanted this black jelly bean. He was, and he loved jelly beans.
Hey, the black jelly beans are good.
What?
Yeah. Not like purple. Out of the black jelly beans, they licorice.
That was punishment. Somebody made you eat them. You had to lose a bet. You lose, you got to eat a black jelly bean.
Your tongue be black. Your whole mouth be black. You got so much dye in your mouth. Your whole teeth be black and everything.
Yeah, they
I don't like the black licorice, but the black jelly beans are good.
That was the black licorice.
Yeah, that's good.
No black licorice.
Too. They did it.
What I'm saying is this: when I had this little company that I started, I was able. I gathered up about. I think I had like 5 t-shirt makers, and everybody made t-shirts. So what I would do is I would gather up their whole order, and then I would order them from overseas as a bulk order. And then I would import them from wherever they were coming. So the people who were t-shirt makers, instead of paying $5 or $10 for a shirt, I don't know how much they cost, they was paying like $1 per shirt, $1.25 per shirt. And I had this going on for a long time until I got sick and nobody around me knew how to do it. So that's what happened to that.
Yeah, some people just supply and demand, and a lot of times it's off perspective.
Yeah, it was like I was just able to get them all on the same page and work in the same direction so that everybody got what they needed for cheaper.
You was brokering. She was brokering. So she got the,
No, I wasn't brokering. I was buying. That's what it's called. I was a buyer.
Hey, Molly. Hey, Reese, ain't that how what's his name went down into Colombia and got his raw dope in the movie? He went straight to we going there. We going straight to the main.
Frank White.
Frank Lucas.
Frank White.
Yeah, baby.
Or Frank White. Well, what are the Franks?
Frank Lucas. It was Lucas. Frank White. Yeah. King of New York.
What up, Phil?
What up,
Black man?
even if you call them, like, even if they did it for bad reasons, the mob and the mafia and all of them, they had a good plan. That's how come it lasted so long, because they got a bunch of people on the same page doing the same thing.
They was
Yeah.
organized crime. We need
Right,
to
and
get together and
everybody
be
got rich.
organized, whatever. But that's the thing. So everybody want to be the Godfather. Everybody want to be
Yeah,
chief with no
because
Indian.
it's not their idea. So now they don't want to give as much energy to it because it's not theirs.
Yeah, that's how it
So
tend to work. If it ain't
I
their
have been
idea,
in,
they don't
but
want to
that's
do
not
it.
how it
Gotta come out
works
of
in
their head.
it's not how it works in corporate America. If you're a part of a team, a part of a your department has a team for ideas. You guys all put your ideas out on the table, and then y'all go with the best one. And you're not going to have the best one all the time.
Right.
Nope.
So you have to get on the team and put your 100% of what you know how to do behind the idea.
But
Not
you know
50%.
what that is that you have to be satisfied with how you split the pie. A lot of people are not satisfied with how they break the dollar down. And it was like, no, I thought it at first I should get more. No, instead of everybody getting the same thing. If we come together and do business and we like, no matter what we make, we all split it this way equally. Then everybody got the same evenly. But when you start getting, well, I did the most work and I did this and I da, then the dollar it changes. And that's what people that's why we can't get on the same page.
Yeah.
Well,
we have a different mentality. That's what it is. I mean, we have a crab mentality, because I'm sitting there thinking about, I used to have a computer store on 8th Street a lot of years ago. And I had an African partner. Shit that I couldn't get done, he could go to his African community and get that shit done. Because they had a better social network in place than we do. They work together differently than we do. A lot of shit may not be totally above board, but they do look out for each other. You can see it now when you're dealing with Africans. You see it now. I mean, everybody's black. Everybody's black, but they do shit differently than what we do, and it is. I just can't say.
They got a home, y'all. They got a home base. They can reach like what she was saying earlier. We can go back home. Everybody can go and get some stuff from Japan, China or something. They got all these resources out of the country. And we don't have any resources out of the country. See, they got a home to reach back to.
Well,
and we don't have that here. That's been stripped from us.
Yeah.
No, you just passed over what I said. I am a resource to be able to get things from other places. But
I didn't mean that as a strike at you, babe. I was just
I'm sorry. Then if you didn't hear me, what I said was people won't use the knowledge that I've obtained because it's not their idea and they want to do it on their own, or they think they have a better plan, or whatever the case may be. And they won't just put their egos down and go, maybe this girl here got a point. Maybe this woman know what she's talking about. Let me just see what she's doing. Reese did that about 2 months ago, and she's over there with enough of my money to really make me angry if I looked at it. But she took what I was doing and she said, I see a kernel in here and I'm going to help her work on it. She came over to my platform, not with a kernel of her strength, but with the full Althea McFarlane effect. And that's what I'm saying. I think a lot more of us need to do. Not just my idea. JoJo Baby, we might be doing something that you know more about. But everybody needs to put down their egos a second and then bring 100% to what JoJo Baby is doing.
Yeah, and but I didn't say that to you. Like, I didn't say it like that. Like you threw this shield up on that. I got your point. I get all of that. But what I'm saying is that our people as a people, we can find cracks and stuff like that, and we need to build off of that, but it's hard to build when the unity, all that shit's been broken up is what I'm saying. We don't have the home. We don't go back to Jamaica for 30 days every other year because we going home for a minute. We don't, to visit moms and grandparents and where we don't have that. You know what I'm saying?
South Carolina.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So all of our shit here is in base, and we so used to paying the overprice or being hustled, and so hard to find a lane like the lane you're providing. I'm not, like I said, I heard you, but I'm saying it's that our community is so beaten and stricken. It has been stricken from these things when we don't have that outreach outside of right here, and then we were divided. So that's what I was saying. Like, the African, he could go back home and they could say Phil could send his African back home. You know what I'm saying?
You're saying that we wasn't raised with the unity and that networking system.
Yeah, or like Phil was saying, Phil
wasn't raised as a community. Is that what you're saying?
Right. Phil said stuff he couldn't get done right around there. He could go to his African brother and they could get it because they African Americans. We not. You see what I'm saying? We Americans. You know what I'm saying? But
to his community, when he said he won't reach back home, there's a big old social network. They just like the Latinos.
They got that. We don't got that.
To help one at a time. They know that only one at a time can get out. So the rest of them build the chain or be a fence around that one, push it up one time, get around the next one, push it up, the next one, go up. So we are finally out. And us, we're beating each other up. We want to go up.
And actually, we're not beating each other up. We're just separating and staying separated. We'll come together and say nice things about each other. But when it comes to a meaningful help, you get crickets.
And there ain't that many people. That's because we don't have a lot of people in the community that are in that type of lifestyle. That, you see what I'm saying? So it's not going to get that many interests because nobody has that being bred to them at a younger age or having examples of different things at a younger age. You see what I'm saying?
And the one example we had, or one of the examples we had, he's sitting in jail awaiting a trial. I had so much respect for him. I was like, yeah, I'm going to work myself up from the streets and I'm going to be a superstar. And now I'm looking at him going, well,
yeah, but that's just deeper than that, though.
That's not,
you know what I mean? You wouldn't be doing it differently, baby. They wouldn't be trying to come get you because, you know what I'm saying, you got a little bit more. That was ego. See, these egos, men got egos. Y'all got them emotions, and men got egos. You see what I'm saying?
Who do you think the
I'm not saying he did anything. I'm just saying his head got real big and he wasn't paying attention about where he at and who on the next shelf above him.
Well, that's what happens in the world of business, JoJo. I just brought that up to kind of parallel it, is that you're right. People have egos and emotions. And when they see a good idea, instead of going, hey, that person has a good idea, let's help her or him get out like the other people do. And then, then that person who we help get out, they turn around and then they help the rest of us. Right. But when our people get out, they don't look back. They don't look back. Black people, we do not look back for each other unless there's something in it for them.
They turn white. I don't hobnob with the community. I don't reach back. I'm only going up here with the upper echelons. I'm only up here. I don't look. Oh, you're down there. Oh, however did you get down there? I realize you used to be down there too. See, and that comes from unity. That comes from your community. That comes from love. Like, I love my brothers and sisters in my community, so I'm always willing to help. I'm always willing to jump in if I can. Like, I felt so bad Saturday. I couldn't get in. I was supposed to be part of the field show. I couldn't get in because the cottage that we was at in North Carolina, I couldn't even get regular daggone phone service. But I think people got their house bugged.
Yeah, I know. You told me you were buffering.
And I'm like, why am I buffering? And then my son and my uncle and my aunt all tell you, I didn't even have proper phone service. I didn't even, my phone went out. I couldn't get the phone call. And then
look, I can vouch for you on that. I can vouch for you because I was on the phone with you and I was like, I cannot hear nothing you saying. Like, and it was a regular phone call.
I was at Leon Leisure World. I rented an Airbnb, and it was really, they had a koi pond out back. You heard frogs, you heard the woods, the cricket. Then they had this real creepy shed out back, like the in-law suite. I wondered, did they have cameras in that place? So we all.
What you do to make you be on a camera? What you?
She had to take that. She probably brought her thing down with her, and she had to take it off to put it on the top shelf, so they might have seen it then.
Y'all would be glad to know that I came this close to taking it off the shelf. It was already off the shelf, and it was about to open the box.
So what happened?
It was my cousin.
Yes, sir.
Shit!
I was saying this. That statement could not be good because she went because of where she went, and it was home to a family reunion. So when you said I almost took it off the shelf, I didn't. I was like, nah, no, no.
Why somebody nice, you jive with them. You got so much in common. You were like, oh, you really having a good time. And then who's your granddaddy? Who's your grandma? Who's your
Reese.
You close though, Reese. You keep shooting, baby. You close. You close, girl. You real close.
Family reunion looking for a connection. No,
I just happened to found one there. I didn't think it was a connection because they was off on the other side and it was different last names.
It doesn't matter, Reese. It's a family reunion. Everybody in the vicinity you should think is family.
No, we was at the club.
No. How many of us when we was growing up haven't done a fourth cousin before? Come on now.
I don't know. Yeah. But it's so funny.
I don't think I don't know.
I'm gonna go with a no.
This is scary. we need to know who our second cousins are because it's the cousins that don't know each other, that family. It's like your grandmother and my grandmother's sisters. We don't know that stuff. Because
some of that gets cut off, though. Some of them
in the town is related somehow.
But a lot of them connections. I'm sorry. A lot of them connections are through marriage, though. So you know what I'm saying? They don't even really count. Them ones don't count.
They're not them, but that's where they changed their name through marriage. So you don't know that that's your cousin. You don't know that's your second or that's your third cousin.
Anytime I go to a family anything, everybody in the place is counted as family until they prove that they're not.
Even outside the place.
That's all we're saying. She was close. She thought she found out. Damn.
How late did you find out? Was the lips touching? Like, what was going on?
No, it was like the gazing at each other's eyes. And like,
almost off the shelf. That means y'all was already.
I said,
like, how far is almost off the shelf to you? Like
it started in her mind first, Molly. It started in her mind.
And that's where it ended.
And he was fine.
And died in her mind.
The connection
started with the whisper.
And he was fine. And you know how you just laughing and get, and you be like, oh yeah, he can get it.
That sounds like a chapter in your next book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a whole.
And you can make me. My cousin actually tried to talk to me at the nightclub, but this is one that I remembered who he is, but he didn't remember who I was. And I walked past him, and he grabbed my hand, and like I didn't see him. I was just walking, and he grabbed my hand, and he was like, "Come here, beautiful. You are so beautiful." And I looked into his face, and I snatched my hand back. I was like, Dennis, I'm your cousin. And he was like, you are? I'm like, yeah, I'm Nina's sister. Nina, everybody knows my sister. They don't know me. So when I said that, he was like, "Oh my God, you look just like her," and I'm so embarrassed. I'm like, Negro, if I hadn't said nothing, you was finna try to do the whole everything. You was finna try to get all the way in it.
You know.
So you didn't recognize it was me. Never mind.
He was
I
only
know.
looking out. He was only
Yes,
looking out of
yes,
one eye, Shorty. He had
yes.
both
If
his eyes closed, and he was looking out of one eye. That's all.
No, yes. In answer to your question, Phil, yes, my cousin is very handsome, and all that I would love in a man if he wasn't my cousin.
That I was right there. Me and a relative was dancing up on each other. He got excited. I got excited, and then we find out.
You don't understand, women. We go blind in the club. Men go blind in the club. We automatically our eyes automatically close, and we look through our dingling eye. It don't, it's the sensor eye. We don't
like
see anything else. So you got to forgive us.
I had a cousin get it wrecked on me. I'm like, what in the world? Wait a minute.
Oh man,
That's a little too much information.
Secrets coming out. Who else in here
That's a
sleeping?
little too much information.
This one sounds like one
Fridays
for
with their
Freaky
cousins
Friday,
in the
actually.
closet.
Yes.
This is Monday Madness, but aren't we all related? It's like 60
Nah,
people.
hell
Nah,
no.
that's no. You're gonna have one of them kids look like your kid gonna have a big ass head.
Ancestry and me will tell you.
Walk around with half a butt cheek and
where you have gone wrong. Ancestry and me will tell you.
Ancestry.com. And unfortunately, that's a true thing.
Your third eye gonna be visible.
But Reese, there's a actual medical term for that, where you fall in love with the person that looks like you. Hold on, let me Google it.
Mentally challenged.
No. It's a scientific thing that people fall in love with people who resemble them.
That's because they think they sexy.
I don't want nobody look like me.
Let me see.
If you love yourself, you would.
There's a thing out there where twins date. So shit is crazy. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, like
that's brother and
separate
sister.
twins dating, or you saying like brother and
Actual
sister?
brother and sisters. It was something out there, something on one of the talk shows.
They probably lab babies. They probably made them.
Shout out to Penny's Carry Out. And for holding a nice little gig, that was a nice little shot. Maria Sanchez, Big Shorty, and King Dave. You know what I mean? Good job, everybody coming down. That was a good night. We rocked it.
They have.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
They have two words for it. One is called doppelbanging, and one is called similarity attraction effect. So
hold up, that's for somebody that looks like you or a family member.
When you fall in love with someone who looks like you, it's called doppelbanging. Doppelbanging or similarity attraction effect. And it's a science.
That might be the twin thing.
I just know that, like, I'm without Thea. If you look like me, I'm not trying to be.
Yeah, I don't want no broad to look like a nigga neither. So I'm straight with
it. She come up. My name is Joanna, baby. What is your name? JoJo.
I don't want no bitch with no beard and no motherfucking. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all are crazy.
Hey, did you see the Siamese twin guys or whatever? One was gay, one wasn't, but they both just had one butthole.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh my God! Well, hold up. Both of them gay, yo. They both was gay. Yup, he gay too. He can't help it, but he might don't want to be gay, but he is by accident.
In his mind, he doing the R. Kelly effect. He said, "In my mind, he's just telling me yes, but my body."
Damn, that's a hell of a connection to brotherhood.
But my body telling me yeah.
Can I ask him the question that I asked last night? Because we got new people on here, and I want to know what they said, what their opinion is.
I gotta beat this.
Shit,
Go
question.
ahead, Brenda.
Okay, so do you guys think it's too late? Okay, so the story is Usher went and he erased everything on his Twitter account following Diddy. Do you think it's too late for him to backpedal, or do you think he can still make it out of this?
I saw
Molly.
some of the new feed this morning with Diddy around Usher's, had his arms around Usher's shoulder this morning. So apparently everything didn't get deleted.
Oh, that shit ain't never going away. But at the same time, when you move into a new apartment or something, you know what I mean. When you moving on and shit, you paint the walls, you clean the carpets, you handle your business. So he ain't did nothing wrong with just cleaning up. He ain't shit just ain't gonna disappear out of life. But you know, you move on.
Yeah.
Hey, Brenda,
Can I
Usher
ask-
is.
in the walls.
Hey,
Can I
hey,
ask a
Brenda.
question? Can I ask
Hold
a
on.
question?
Hey, Brenda, Usher's
My
not the
question
only.
isn't
Wait a minute, wait a
finished
minute,
yet.
wait a minute. Somebody want to
Y'all
ask a
rapping
question.
like shit.
Hold
Who
on, but
wanna
my
ask?
my question isn't finished. You got Destiny, Molly, JoJo Baby already answered, and yeah, I just want to hear what they got to say. Do you think it's too late for him to escape prosecution?
Oh, you ain't add that part. I ain't hear the prosecution part.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, because like, okay, so yes, when he was younger, he was a victim. But then, you know, as he got older, he still, you know, was at the parties, still witnessing all this stuff, but not saying anything. And
Well, I'll
then
just add a small part. I'll add a small part for that part of the question, and then let them go ahead and answer. But
okay.
that's kind of like when a woman get used to being abused and stuff like that. So I ain't gonna let him. He can't get the blame for that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If somebody creates this type of lifestyle to you, and you were young and it built in, and I know you older and you went through with some different things, but you were on a different type of level. They on a different plateau. You know what I'm saying? It's way different than what you could imagine. Just like looking at it on our level, it'd be different. You know what I mean? So I don't really blame him for
true. That is true. But why did he wait only until he got in trouble to do it instead of doing it? Instead of doing it
So
when
like he was trying to put that shit behind him. I mean, some shit you block out until it pops up on you again. You sit back and say, "Damn, I made it through that," and then all of a sudden something pop up, and you know.
Hey, look, we all like the stove, right? The stove's great until you get your hand until it gets hot. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got so that'll make you back off and turn that bitch off and use the microwave sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You know, like so I get it. I get it on his part.
I love all of it because I looked at it and I was on the fence about it. So I thought anything that I'm on the fence about, I like to ask a multitude of people before I make a decision either way. So I don't know.
Destiny and what's Lee?
Yeah.
You
Lee
can't
was there
use
last night.
you
Go
can't
ahead.
use you can't use being a victim or whatever because Diddy was a victim. He was a victim by Clive Davis. So you can't sit there and say poor Usher, you know, the reason why he was sending people to Diddy's camp or you know like Justin Bieber and different ones like that and all because he was a victim himself. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You have to break cycles or whatever. You know what I mean? You can't sit there and say, well, I beat up all my girlfriends because I've seen my dad beat up girlfriends. No, if you know that's wrong, then you break the cycle.
Right. And he was asked in an interview, Usher was asked in an interview, would he send his kids to flavor camp, quote unquote. And
he said,
Usher
hell no.
almost had a breakdown of like, hell no. So if you were older and you see what he's doing is wrong, why wait up until the point when he gets busted for it to remove all this stuff? And to act like you didn't know or try to distance yourself. That's what they call it. Try to distance yourself. Why didn't you do that?
No, Brenda.
You've seen the first 48 before.
Brenda, it's not that he's trying to distance himself. He was involved as well.
Okay, no, he is
How do you
trying
how
to
do you think
hold on,
Diddy
hold
how do you
on.
think
He
Diddy
is
got
trying
Justin
to
Bieber?
he is trying to distance himself by erasing all the information and untying his social media accounts. Like Beyonce is trying to distance herself by going country. She was like, fuck all this R&B shit. I'm going to go over here in country world where it's safe. So I'm just trying to say, do you think it's too late for him to escape prosecution now for any of the things that he saw after he was 18? You know, because they still had underage girls after he turned 18, so they say, allegedly. And he
I'm
was
really
still at these
thinking.
parties.
I'm really thinking once they get rid of Diddy and get that crown, get that thorn in that crown, they might slow up. They might be satisfied with him for a minute.
Well, they said on the news that this investigation is ongoing and there might be more arrests. So
yeah,
I think Diddy is the cornerstone, and then they looking out for the bigger fish like Clive Davis, you know, all these people who are still alive. I think that's what they're doing.
No, Clive Davis is protected. It's a knock off these
low-level
black these black entertainers or whatever. No, that heads got big or whatever. You know what I mean? Like people keep talking about, you know what I mean, slavery is dead and this is this whatever like that. No, it's not. You know what I mean? A lot of people I hear a lot of people talk about Illuminati, Jay-Z's and Illuminati. For one, Illuminati is very racist or whatever like that. But the thing, but the color that they like is green. So you know what I mean? You're black people can't be in the Illuminati, but they can be puppets of the Illuminati, which means we'll let you do whatever, make us money. But once your head gets big and you thinking, you know what I mean, I'm on top of the world and it's me and that this, that's when they take that whip and be like, shut up, sit back down, nigga. And that's what they did with Diddy. And about to do with Jay-Z or whatever. Anybody who thinks exactly. But Clive Davis and
we had to get under the table, had to stay at the dog level. You can't sit at the table. You have to be under the table. So long as you
or if you try to help too much.
You're good.
Yep. Or if you try to do too much do too much. Now, if you can have a couple blocks, but don't try to take too much and make your community right. That's when they come in too.
Don't try to get a seat at the table. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing.
Can I ask one question?
Oh, this deja vu.
I said it 3 minutes ago.
Go ahead, Rick. Go ahead, Rick.
The feds went all up in his house, and I don't even like the conversation because the person is innocent until proven guilty. I want to know, why is his charges sealed? If he had Fed charges, why don't we know about it?
They're not sealed anymore. They're open.
I have not. I can't. Where do you find them?
They're open. Yeah, or actually, they've released the first couple or how many ever, but they're still fielding through all the stuff in his house to add additional charges.
But what are the charges? That's what I'm asking.
Racketeering.
Yeah, racketeering.
They're all under the RICO.
Yeah, RICO charges.
RICO charges.
And you can find that on LegalZoom. Y'all go on LegalZoom, you can look it up.
And you can also watch this guy's podcast. It's really awesome.
They were. When did they come out? Because they were sealed last week when I looked in there.
I think when the judge didn't. No.
Yo said last week.
Yeah.
That's how much that's how much I care.
Exactly. I'm with you. I'm with you.
You had the one question, so that shows you cared a little bit.
No. I'm just listening and participating. I just wanted to be relevant in the conversation. That was all. Because nobody cares about what I got. I've been here. I've been in this world too long. I've been in the world too long.
And if Rodney was here, he'd give you some extra loving.
He would.
There you go. Why
don't you just take the loving that you're looking for? I'll find my own.
No, I wanted to know because anytime I'm out looking for content for the show, this is all that I see. And usually it doesn't strike me one way or the other because I'm with everybody else. You're innocent until proven guilty. And in my eyes, that's why I can't be a jury member. He's already guilty because if he goes to jail for nothing but what he did to that girl in that video that he admitted to, I'm good with that's gonna put him behind bars for a minute.
That's not gonna lock
Destiny,
her up.
Destiny, with
She
Destiny,
took
let
the
Destiny answer the question.
she took the money. She took the money. That ain't gonna lock her up.
Not her,
Lock him up.
him.
That's it. That
Okay,
ain't gonna
Destiny.
lock him up. She took the money.
Okay, Destiny. The question was, in case you didn't hear,
Okay,
was
go.
Usher actually after the charges were released on Diddy and all of this stuff, he took to Twitter and erased all of his, followings and all of his stuff that was dealing with P. Diddy. My question was, is it too late for him to try to distance himself from it? Or is he in trouble like Diddy and the rest of everybody else who was there?
It sounds like if he was gonna just be like, man, you're fucked up, I'm out, then that's one thing. But with him actually being confirmed with all these different stuff going on, then maybe Usher had a shadow of doubt and was like, oh man, I don't know about that. But I don't know enough about his relationship with P. Diddy to know if he's distancing himself because he doesn't want to be associated in that manner, or if he's distancing himself because he's ashamed.
Which is both good ways to go.
I don't know. If I done something, and even if I see the police coming, and I may not be able to get away, I'm still gonna jump in the car and make a run for it. So it is what it is.
Look, Phil got a story where he couldn't run away, and they were searching somebody else's car. And Phil, look, that's guilty. You could just be standing next to Diddy and get charged. And get booked on charges. They ain't even got to be.
A whole lot of people gonna be get charged with shit.
That's
Didn't
guilty
do
by
nothing.
association or guilty by being in their vicinity.
Well, guilty by being at the party and seeing these young girls who look underage or knowing, right? Like knowing what's going on. When you're part of the inner circle, they release details to you because they don't think you're gonna tell. Right.
No, that's when you get the hell out. That's when you leave.
I would think so too, but Usher didn't leave.
Before midnight, that's what they always say.
Usher's name is not on the lease at the party. So it looks like he was there,
Well, he's in all the pictures, so his name don't have to be on anything. He's in all the pictures.
But it could have been before 12 o'clock. It could have been like I was at this party. It was a while ago. We was at this party at this club, right? Me and a couple of girlfriends of mine, and they knew about it. I didn't know about it. That after a certain time, the doors locked right over there off of Bladensburg Road. They call it the Boom Boom Room or something.
The Boom Boom Room.
They wanted, about the Boom Room. They locked the doors, and they lock it, and then they don't open it until like 5 o'clock
in the morning. They open it until in the morning.
In that room.
They were besties.
It's whatever. I didn't know about this. I'm out there having a good time before. I didn't know after a certain time they locked this damn door. And he told me that. I said, oh, hell no, you let me out of this bitch. I was laughing, dancing, good time. But you better open this door. I'm gonna tear it down. And I was like, man, let it go. Did you know I had to drag one of my girlfriends out and one of them got left? I was like, what the fuck?
Well, that's what I would have expected Usher and anybody else in the vicinity to do. Once you see the wrongdoing, it's time to get out.
But you got all the pictures already of me hugging the party. I was at the party.
Well,
the thing. I left.
Hold on. The thing is, Usher didn't leave. He was there with Diddy for a whole year, right? And then after that, when he turned 18, grew up, got married, all this stuff, he still continued to go to the parties. And no, they don't have the pictures. You can, whatever time they got him. But if he was there, that means he's on them videos.
Exactly. That's
So
my
if
point.
he's
You
there,
talking about pictures. They Diddy got videos. He got videos of people participating and everything like that. And
Maybe
also,
they
like,
was drugged. Remember, these people are innocent until proven guilty. Even though you got him locked up like a dog, like he already guilty. If you're innocent until proven guilty, why can't you walk the streets until they find you and prove you guilty? Nope, you're guilty until proven innocent in America. They say that bull. Oh, you are guilty until proven innocent. Nope, they
yeah.
lock
They
you up
feel like
and
he a
put you behind
flight
a cage
risk.
like you guilty. You gotta prove your innocence in America.
They feel like he a flight risk.
yeah, they feel
So
like
I'm gonna lock you up in the bar behind. He ain't at the club, man. He behind bars. He
And so
behind
what if he a
bars.
flight risk? It ain't no problem going to get people. They can stand like he can be not got. Come on now.
Whole lot of
yeah,
motherfuckers go places where you can be not got.
and
No
they
bullshit.
still over
You
there.
got the right amount of money. They what's that motherfucker? They looked for him. They knew exactly where he was, but it was no extradition. They couldn't bring him back. I'm not saying Diddy got it like that, but I'm just saying, and a lot of this shit is to prove a
He
point.
should have stayed
It,
gone when his ass was at Costa Rica when he fled.
Yep,
He should
he
have
should
stayed
have
gone.
stayed.
That after a couple of days would have flew over, but you came back because you said that you innocent.
Right.
A guilty man would have stayed. A smart man, because you
I
can still be
posted a
innocent, stay gone.
I
I
was about
posted
to
a
say you ain't got to be guilty because you stayed because the system ain't right.
It sure
no,
I,
the
ain't.
system's fucked up.
I posted a picture to end this segment or to end this question because I see that there's an Instagram thing over there. So that means it's time for us to go on. So I just want you to know, would you date this guy? Would you date him?
I can't even see who
You
talking
can't
about.
see him?
That
Let
nigga
me
like
pull it up.
AI,
Let me
like
pull it
AI.
up.
He
Pull
fills
back
that
Watch
shirt
the
in
real
well. It
person,
better hurt his
man.
arm.
I mean, no, that's not my type of height. Let me close the picture, make it smaller again.
Man, he look like a computer generated image. Is he a real person?
No, that's a picture of me as a guy.
Oh, I was about to
I
say,
was about
I'm
to say,
not
Brenda, this
tripping.
is your face.
Yeah, I'm
See,
like, you too much
that's
in
your
this shit,
that's your
Tyler.
inner Brenda.
No,
That's the nigga she looking for right there.
no. I just
She
Got a
she
man.
That's
trying
that.
what it
actually
called? She trying
That's
to
that twin
dingleberry. What
love.
is it?
so
Yeah, I was
actually
thinking the same thing. What was the junk called?
actually what I
She
was
trying to
doing is
dingleberry.
I
Dunga
was
Piggy.
I was creating characters for a book that I had in my head, and I was trying to create characters for the book. So I just started generating images of myself, and I came past this one, and I said, "What would I look like as a dude?" So there you have it.
Yeah, Brenda, I see you putting a couple on. I'll take you out with me. We can get to town, hit the town.
Yeah,
Hey,
sure.
Brenda, Lee, and Molly, y'all go ahead.
Brenda
I'm
gonna
going.
be picking them
Shit,
up.
I'm going.
She picking all the
Brenda
girls
look
up.
like he get ready to get some. He get ready to get some play. Shit,
Brenda like
I'm going.
she's smart and can play ball.
he
And
just
and look, and we chilling in the cafe.
She's
We
smart
not
and
even
can
at the
play
bar and
ball.
shit. We at the cafe. He got coffee.
Hey,
I'm
Brenda,
done
like
with
she don't
y'all.
cheat or nothing.
She looked like she's
Lee got
auditioning
a
for
crazy picture like
Tyler
that
Perry
too.
movie.
Oh yeah.
Lee, where your picture at? Lee, show them your picture. Lee got a crazy picture like that too.
Man, let it.
Oh, don't boy.
Wait a minute.
Shit, we got a crazy picture in a dress.
She sure do.
Yeah.
He showed it. It's crazy. See? It's
Can't
crazy.
even get it out.
Yeah, sure do.
But Molly, we got a video. I saw it over here to the side. We want to hit these two videos. And I want to thank you guys for holding it down for me Thursday. But because it was so much chaos and rhetoric on the show, and I couldn't see or hear and govern the show like I normally do. And I heard y'all was cutting up. So that's why I didn't have the show Friday. But I want to thank everybody that came to the show Thursday and participated. Thank you. I appreciate it so
And
much.
Reese, I want to thank you for that show on Saturday for the birthday show.
How
That went
did it
real
go?
well. It went real well.
Thank
So
you
he
so
want to get with us, and we're gonna take another show over there. It's not gonna be a Clint. Yeah. So
thank you, because that's my friend. I grew up. He's from Palmer Park. It is so funny. This is what I'm saying. It was so funny. I'm gonna tell the rest of the cast. I got hit on, and I couldn't make the date. And I said, Phil, could you make the date for me? Phil was like, yeah, I'm gonna put on a wig and some dress. I'm gonna be Big Reese. So Phil went over there and made the date, and now Phil did such a good job that he want to see us again.
Good work, Phil.
Yeah, Phil.
I'm trying to think. She said I put on a dress. I'm trying to see what the hell I pulled out of my titties then.
Good work, Phil.
Hey, Phil, you ain't living like you couldn't pull half the shit out she do though, for real, Phil. I mean, you ain't.
I don't think she don't put everything in there that she can pull out. I think she can pull a lyric out.
Come to the barbershop show, y'all. Wait till you see what I'm pulling out next.
Hey, Phil, I'm gonna get her to pull me out when she introduce me as JoJo Baby and then pull me out.
JoJo Baby coming out the $50 million to show up to his parties if he thought you were hot enough.
$50 million.
Throwing that out there.
What?
Yeah, there's I'm reading more. It started with the relationship between Usher and Diddy, and I've been reading, and it going back into different people who have had connections with him. And there was a woman that just threw it out there that he had offered her $50 million to just show up to her party, and she said she wanted to protect her integrity and her virgin hole, which would probably be the back door.
Oh man!
$50 million.
What up, Mr. Strickland?
Wait a minute, $50 million. That's enough for me to forget. So
yeah.
She probably already been once.
That's enough for me to forget.
Good morning, Mr. Phil Strickland. Good to see you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry I'm late. I had to say some lies. What's up?
Yeah. See, he gonna go all the way in. I had to go save some lives. I was late because I made breakfast. He went in. I gotta go save some lives.
Well, I told him last night because he was like, "How I show up with -2 points on the league?" And I said, "Because you didn't tell me that you weren't coming, and then you didn't tell me why you weren't coming. So now
I was hoping that Brenda. I was hoping that maybe you might show let the Academy show me a little love, and can I get some of that back? I ain't ever off work and stuff. If there's someone that's choking at a restaurant, guess what? You think they're gonna be okay with second aid? No, they want first aid. They want me. And they're like, look, can someone administer the Heimlich? I'm sorry, only second aid is all I have. You know,
we'll put it on the Academy. We'll put it up to the Academy the next time we're together.
You get a first responders pass.
I mean, yeah, because that one day the call came in and I was right there trying to finish what my jobs was. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I gotta go. And so Brenda, you gotta kick me off because I was like, I can get it in first.
Now you gotta go.
Yeah, you never know when there's a lot to be saved. You know?
Yep. Absolutely.
It might be a cat in the tree.
All right, here's
I know.
the next
You know
video,
what?
y'all.
That's ridiculous.
Molly, you got it up.
Yeah, it been up, and I played a clip before that. It was just showing the age differences, the celebrity couples from now to back in the day. It always been these grown men dating these teenage girls, and we still go out there, buy their concert tickets, support them. I love Elvis and this person, that, and all of them been pedophiles. So I was like, Diddy, what he doing ain't nothing new. So, I'm happy they finally bagged him if that is the case, that he was doing those things and it's true. But they need to stop. Hollywood need to really put an end to this, and we need to stop being okay with saying it. Like, we was watching these people do these things. We was watching R. Kelly dating these young girls, and we was just fine with it. And now, 20 years later, they shouldn't have been. Well, I guess y'all was in a different mindset because y'all 20 years older. I know I was just a kid, so I ain't really know what was going on. But I just like, It's just weird because 20 years from now, I would still feel this way. I still say something. So I just hope the younger kids coming up will be a little better. And from what we was talking about earlier, it was a lot of we don't work together and we need to learn how to come together and do things as a whole. And I think that just come off experience, because I grew up teamwork. I does things. I'm with black people now that own restaurants, own these boats out here, and they got companies and they working together, so it just seemed like people based on where you at and your experience. A lot of people say black people don't do this and we need to do this and we don't never do this. Well, it's based off where you at, and who you dealing with. Cause there's just a lot of black people out here that's working together. They putting up money together and they starting companies. So I think we can do it as well. But this is a social experience video and Lee sent this over. And this just showing that this all acting, so don't take this too serious. I know some people take this a skit, but they just wanted to see how would people react. And then the community, whether it's black, white, all nationality, they want to see what people help this guy. And I play the clip. I ain't gonna get too much on it, but it just show you that it depends on your experience and your environment, because it is people out here that do care. It is people out here that do look out for people, that love people. But we just push the narrative that it's the opposite, and we push it all the time because we don't see enough videos like
33.
Okay, let me just get my change out.
Are you paying with all change today?
Yes, ma'am. That's the best I can do.
This is going to take a really long time.
I'm gonna move as fast as I can. I'm sorry, sir.
You're fine.
I'll go as fast as I can.
This is just taking too long.
Want me to help you?
Yeah, I need a hand. Thank you for your help.
Do you have better things to do, sir? We need $2 more. Ma'am, why are you giving him money?
Because I have it to give.
Well, why are you helping this old man?
God helps me every day to keep your opinion to yourself.
I hate when people come in here with all change.
I'm doing the best.
Are you serious right now?
Look how much change you have.
This is your job, okay? So that means if you don't want to be no cashier, tell me, hey, let me do something else like stock or something.
How long are you willing to wait, though?
I can wait all day.
Are you sure I'm not bothering you?
Oh, no, you're not bothering me, actually, because I have a grandmother, and I wish a cashier talked to her like this, because I've been punched in the face.
Why are you paying for him?
You would do that to yourself. So give me your address so I can send you the money. I'll send you the money. God bless you.
Hey, your total to me.
Damn, there's people out here, they need to do more videos like this. But what's your thoughts on it, Riri? We start with you and we can pass
Well,
it
I've
around.
done that before. We was in the Giant, and the guy, random act of kindness was an older dude, and he had the coupon, but he didn't have enough money. I paid for the whole order. I said, you keep what you got in the pocket, because God blesses us all when we don't know it. And if he blessed me to have it in my pocket at the time and somebody else needed, they got it. They because somebody helped me before, I could pass the love ahead. And the only, the man and the cashier was actor, but these people responses, they was real people. And I've seen stuff like that, and I've helped stuff like that. That's us loving on each other. That's I don't pay it forward, love it forward. So that's every color, white, black, whatever. It don't matter. Love is love.
Pass the mic. Oh, there we go.
Oh, well, I'm a big believer in karma. And the whole point in karma is you do good, you get good back. And the more good that you do, the more good that your life is. And I'm not going to talk about all the good I've done, because part of that is don't brag about what you've done. But I've done quite my fair part in doing good for others. And I believe in good people, and doing good makes more good come to you. So I would have been one of those people that paid for his thing. I know that. Mike, pass. Who's next?
Yep, pass the mic. Phil, you're next on my screen. Phil Page.
Which Phil?
Phil
There's
Page.
two of us.
Phil Page.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that, because I don't know where my blessing is gonna come from. It's not hard to do good stuff if you can do it. I mean, no. If that was my grandmother or my mother, I would want somebody to do the same for her. So, I mean, we put too much emphasis on not doing the right thing and more glory on doing the wrong things, you know. So, no, I'm good. I would have helped out.
Then on my screen, it's my turn. So there's a couple things. Number one, not saying that there's not good people out in the world. I know that because I'm one of them. Secondly, I've not only done that same thing, I do it all the time. Matter of fact, some people get mad at me because I try to help and they ain't asked me. Okay. And then secondly, I've had somebody do it for me. I was standing in line and I was looking in my purse for the money, and this man in back of me was like, go ahead, I got it. And that's happened to me a couple of times. But what I'm saying, we need to get all these good people together, right, doing all these good things, and have them do and aim that energy at one thing at a time so we could get something flying. So if you gave 50 cents and I gave 50 cents and everybody on the screen gave 50 cents, we could give that family or that older man or whoever's asking for it or needs it, we can give them a lot more than our 50 cents by ourselves, right? The Phil Strickland says many hands make light work. And I just want everybody to realize that. And once I think Black people get it together and understand it's not always going to be your idea, but put your hands in it, and it can't work without your 100%. And even if it's not your idea, it still can't work without your 100%. And there are people out in the world spending money with each other and doing all of that are Black, but they won't take their group and attach it to another group, right? They just get in their clique, their money making clique, and then they ice out everybody else. It happens. That's just, I don't know why it happens, but it just does. Passing the mic, JoJo baby.
Yeah. Of course, there's good people out here, and that happens to me with coffee shops. It's the energy. I've actually have used that as a tool to attract somebody to buy you a cup of coffee or something like that. I've done that in the day, and it works. I've had people buy me a cup of coffee just like that. Oh, I got it, and I'm not even short on change. It's just the energy that just gets delivered like that. I don't know. That's the God. I can't even explain it. And yeah, so I mean, and I just did the same thing, and we all say we all done it, and yeah, it's light. You know what I mean? Because the energy drinks or the caffeine drinks, you can't get on the EBT no more. You know what I'm saying? And I found that out because the lady in line had a whole basket of shit, and at the end when she swiped it, they was like $250 or something like that. You know what I mean? And she was like, "Oh, I didn't bring no cash on me. What's that?" And they were trying to figure it out what it was, and there was an energy drink. So of course, I put that back, $2. Come on, I got that. You know, but that's light shit. I mean, I think a lot of that with the stage part is if they would have let the lady at the register be more patient. See, her energy being mean was real easy for the other people to be nice. You see what I'm saying? But if she would have been real nice and patient, I'd like to see that one too, and then see if the people in line ain't, you know what I mean, getting a little impatient on that side, because it was a competitive energy there. But if somebody's using two love energies, and then I bet you the line would have been a little different.
You know, I believe it.
No, because
I believe it, because so many people are like, I'm not about to be like that shit. I'm gonna be nicer than you, bitch.
No, I've seen it where people are nice. The cashier was nice. The people in the line nice. That's not true. That's not true. The cashier don't have to be nasty for you to do a random act of kindness or want to help.
No, I don't think it'd be like that. I just said you would have probably got more impatience but see, You all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that there wouldn't have still been nice people, Reese. I'm not saying that the whole thing would have flipped, but I'm just saying I think that people get more impatient if they see you up there going, oh, it's okay, da, 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 and she's taking her time and it's all being slow down. And then the person behind them's like, okay, with the chit chat and all that, can we just count the chain and keep it moving? You know what I mean? It'd be a little bit more frustrating, I think, if it would have been. It was easy to get love when the other broad was being like, God, for real, you gonna make me count this change? And she at work. It's real easy, you know what I mean, to be nice. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying there ain't no nice people.
That's like something happened to me at Walmart a couple of months ago.
Wait, you gotta pass the mic, Phil.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, pass the mic.
Funny Man Green.
I'm just like everybody else said. You know what I mean? I would have and have done the same thing, but I think the thing is with some people is, are you doing it for them or are you doing it for yourself? You know what I mean? Like you know, some people, you know what I mean, pass out money. You know, I've seen different people, you know what I mean, do videos and pass out you know what I mean, money and stuff like that. No, but they got the camera and everything, like, look what I did, look what I did, look what I did, or whatever like that. You know what I mean? I've done the same thing without the camera, you know what I mean? Because I'm more worried about that person or whatever, no, than my image. You know what I mean?
Okay. Keep going.
Phil Strickland.
I'm hoping my camera thing is good on here and stuff, because I don't want to hey, am I good? Okay, cool. Yeah, with that being the case, hey, doing right don't wrong nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
You know, we got to get out there when it comes to just the different things that just how I've fed my family and what have you. It has to do with people, you know, they call 911. They're usually having their worst day. They're one of their worst days ever. So, and they're looking at you, whether it's a cat in a tree, or their mother can't breathe. Someone got stung by a bee. Baby's got to get delivered. Someone got electrocuted out of their shoes. All kind of different stuff that you would see. People, dealing with infections and stuff, and just nasty, hard stuff, where they're looking at you like, please, can you help me? It's like, absolutely, I can help you. They got feces everywhere and all. There's a lot of people having a tough time, but it's something about when you can actually go out there and treat the people like they're humans, and just do your part and stuff. Again, doing right don't wrong nobody. That's all I got to say about that.
Now, Phil Page, what was you about to say? Happened to you a couple of months ago at Walmart?
Yeah, we was in Walmart, and I was probably wrong for doing it, but sometimes I can take doing wrong for the right reason. I really don't give a damn. Like, you know how the line at Walmart, that shit was all the way to the back of the line, back of the store damn near. And, it was like this lady, she was like 80-some years old. She had 2 items. There was no damn way I was going to let that lady just stand in that long-ass line with 2 items, where all I had to do, I let her in front of me. Some of the people behind me didn't like it much, really didn't give a damn. But I felt like it was the right thing to do. I wasn't going to have, I mean, we worry too much about what society thinks. I mean, we answer to a higher calling than that. At least I do. So, I mean, there's no wrong in doing right if you can. So I'm not saying get out there and get played doing it, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
and a bunch of people who have that sentiment. All I'm saying is we need to start like our own club so that we can push that narrative forward together. Because yes, it makes a loud sound when you do it by yourself, right? God hears it because he sees everything, right? If you believe in that kind of stuff, I'll put that caveat on there. But together, everybody else sees that, right? Everybody else sees that loud color in the sky. And for instance, you know, we all here on the screen can do what we're doing independently, but let's pick one. Phil Strickland show. He just had an amazing show. His production was off the chain. The only other person I can liken it to is myself, because I remember creating when I didn't see anybody doing it, and I was like, you know what, this sounds like a good idea. And Phil Strickland made it. So if we all came together on Phil's show.
Wait a minute, let me stop you right there. No, hold on. You hold on. We are all together now on the Morning Mac show. And I want everybody to dig in their pockets right now and donate $50 to the Morning Mac show to go to the production on that we're all on. How you going to be on one show and talk about another show and another show and not talk about the show that you're on first?
I'm putting some money on it right now. It won't quite be 50, but I got something. I'm gonna put it on it right now.
No, Phil,
you know I got you.
Well,
you know I got you. I got to get this.
The way that we do that is we talk about everybody's show, and ego doesn't just hop up because it's yours.
It's not,
like,
no,
so
it's
everybody.
I sit
No,
back
let me finish.
And watch you do it. I don't do that on nobody else.
No,
show.
I've actually told about your book. This isn't about a show whose show. This isn't about an ideal. So if the ideal comes along, your show is in there, Althea. Nobody ever forgets about the Morning Mac show. I remember recently sending you money for your show of an idea that I thought about how to support your show. Okay, so therefore, I want it to be known, I don't just go for one person's plan. Destiny has a show. Molly has a business. Phil has a comedy show. JoJo Baby does comedy. Funny Man Green does comedy and football. Yep, football. And Phil Strickland, Phil Strickland has the show that was just recently, that I just recently saw, where he asked everybody to come together. And I asked everybody to come together. In that same sentiment, he comes to your show, but I don't ever see you over at his. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can go there, but I'm trying to get it out to the public that everybody on this screen, if we took advantage of everybody's, let's call it a $5. If we took advantage of everybody's $5, each one of us, one at a time, can do what we're doing and do it better. That's all I'm saying.
Do anybody else understand what I just said to Brenda? When I introduce anybody, or am I the only one that sees that or feel that? If you chime in.
Let me see if I understand what you're saying. Let me see if I understand what you're saying, Althea.
Okay.
If I understand correctly, you're like, hey, we're on the Morning Mac show, regardless of what show we're on. Let's make sure we're giving the love to the show that's actually being presented right then and there. And if I have that right, I tell you what, I'm with you. Actions definitely speak louder than words. Your book, I told you, the only thing that I was disappointed with your book is that you didn't have the second one published yet, because I already went through the first. Why? Because I'm here to support Althea. I'm here to support Destiny. Brenda, and is how I met all y'all and stuff. You know, Phil Page. I hear that there might be a chance that we even get to collab in November and stuff. And I'm telling you what, it's, again, if we all bring something to the potluck, we all get to eat something good and take part in just enjoying each other. So that's all it is and stuff. We don't want to be crabs in a barrel. That's not it. And I'm definitely about trying to help out. All I have was a little bit in my Cash App account and stuff, but still, that was yours for right now.
And the judge has spoken.
Yes, and again, I want
much
to
love
say,
out there. You comedy brothers and sisters here.
Right.
I wouldn't keep telling people. I wouldn't keep telling people to come here. What I want to say and let it be known as in everybody who comes here by my hand understands that they are here to support the Morning Mac show and Althea.
Correct.
So
correct.
If he bought a book, best believe he bought it because I brought him over here because I knew that was the kind of person he was. Right. If I can't buy it because I don't have, the money to, I'm going to certainly use what I know how to do 100% to help. And
Brenda's trying to get her finder's fees.
No, I don't need finder's fees. Thank you. That's your lane, not mine. Because I don't need finder's fees. I need to help my friends. I need to help my friends make it. That's what I need to do. The finder's fees will find me. I don't have to go out and ask for them. So
ain't that what we were seeing with the cashiers and stuff just now and stuff? It's not about, they weren't doing that to get for themselves. They were doing that to help other people out and stuff. And that's a blessing in and of itself. Just someone being appreciative and in tears, like, you know what? Thanks. I appreciate you even saying something. So all Suraj, did I say his name? Suraj said, he was like, man, that was really cool. I like how you did that. And I'm like, I know I'm a big tough firefighter, but that's nice. You know, that was a nice thing, you know. So hey,
when is your show on? What days and what time is your show on?
It's once a month. That's the clean one, and the next one is October 19th. Now we do have a one that we're doing at a 55 plus community this Friday, 7 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time. But all that stuff is at NPSC Entertainment LLC.com on the event stuff, because I'll say it wrong and not have it right. The event executive event coordinator lady takes care of putting all that stuff on there. But I know where I was told to be on Friday to get it situated. But yeah, hey, we can look out for each other 100%. Things happen, life happens, you know, but
we all have to look out for each other. If I was anything like the people that I have on my platform, thankfully, I have at least 9 of y'all that really believe in what we're doing and y'all put y'all muscle into it. But before I met y'all, let me tell you, it was a sad situation. So therefore, I never come to anybody else's platform. If I'm going to sit here all day, I'm going to make my presence known. And that's inviting people, helping to raise money for it, you know, whatever we got to do so you can turn the cameras on Monday through Friday. And so I talk about other people's shows on your show because that's kind of what you do, right? Nobody is forgetting about the Morning Mac show. And you said the right thing. Please reach in your pockets. And then Molly put the little signal up and said, you know, help to support the Morning Mac show. And that's what we all need to do, whether we're on our own platforms or not, because you can go back and look in my videos and I say the Morning Mac show damn near as much as I say Sauce in the City Super Comedy Game Show, because I always got my ass over here. So therefore,
you got some friends that's riding for you. I didn't know nothing about you until Brenda said something, and I'm like, and she number one on all the lists for all the game shows and everything. Shoot, I'm putting my money on Althea to win it all. Why? Because I'm riding with Althea. And that's just me. I'm one of how many billions we got in the world. We gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. All right.
And we connect and we go around. We go round robin. Phil's show is coming up on the 28th. You're going to hear my conversation start to direct in his direction. Whoever we have coming up, that's who I'm focused on, because that's who needs the help right now. You know, and by helping them out there, just a little secret for you, the blessings will come back, because the people I bring and the people I have faith in, they know what you're doing because they're doing something similar. And you help them just like you help me, right? Like the Super Comedy Game Show wouldn't be what it is if you had been there all at least 14 out of 17 episodes. So yes, everybody reach into their pocket, but that's not how you garner support. You garner support in other people realizing the error of their ways and them sitting alone in their little room and going, you know what? Let me take $5 out of here and support Althea because I like her.
No, Brenda, that's not when this is what you said. What got me like, huh? When the Scooby ears went up, when the canines went up, is when you said the canine ears. I was like, huh? I'm like, what's she talking about? When you said that is a great show. There only other shows, unlike myself, you come over to. I was like, "What is this not a great show?"
It is. No, your show is a great show. But if you had seen Phil Strickland's show, you would.
Where was I at?
I don't know.
What time did it come on?
It was Saturday. I remember I tried to put it in the thing and give everyone that free code to watch it online. And again, it's still organic. It's still a work in progress.
there
But
I got
next
kicked
all
time.
I
out of
know
the
is when
group.
I hear
Sorry.
Althea's name, what's that?
I got kicked out of the group. Sorry, I couldn't make it. I don't know who kicked me out, but
Oh no! Next time, don't even worry out. Next time. But Althea, when I think about you, I think about. Can you hear it? Can y'all hear the music I just played? Oh yeah, that's what's up.
No,
That's
she
what I
said
think of
when the
Althea.
dog
Nothing but
when the
gangster.
dog
So
ears came up,
handle your
is
business.
is that
Attitude.
she
You
said
got it.
this isn't a great show. No, the format isn't the same as what I'm talking about for Mr. Phil Strickland. And the format is what it wasn't the funny. The funny wasn't what I'm talking about, or the social part. It was the production of the show, and it was off the chain. And I give flowers where flowers are due. If I walked into your show and I seen what I seen with Mr. Phil Strickland, I would say the same thing. I've given you your flowers, as in you're the only one on this screen that has had a longer running show than I have, right? Like we're running neck and neck. I may have picked up a couple of months earlier, but I dropped out of the race a couple of times. So I'm sure that you have more recorded video hours than I do. And I've told you that the Morning Mac Show holds a special place in my heart. So don't get jealous, Mrs. Phil Strickland is he's different, as in when you watch the show, when you have your opportunity to see what he's doing, then you'll be able to understand what I'm saying.
I'm just trying to keep up with y'all.
Hey, Reese, I don't have Cash App. I have Food App.
You're like, I got EBT.
You gonna send over some DoorDash?
I could.
You know what? That's a good idea.
No. She can order some stuff from Martin's, and I got her on the food stamp
for
card.
the production of the show. So look, I got to get some snazzy production. Pay my producer. I got to give him some snazzy money so I can. I haven't even seen the show. What you're talking about? But I can't even do this thing with my thumbs. I can't even.
You'll get it.
So
you'll get it.
It's for the production. It's not for the food. It's not for me per se, but it's for to go back into the show.
I appreciate it.
Keep busting your fists together. You'll get it before they bleed. Yeah, because
I was going to ask you last night when I first time I heard about your show was last night. I was going to ask about an invite or whatever, but
yeah, I'm interested. I want to see it.
I'll get you situated and stuff.
Yeah,
it was like I said, it was a little clunky, and I ain't gonna take up a lot of time with it. But I'll kick it over so you guys can see it. And again, support. Just like right here, I had to talk to my lieutenant. I was like, look, I'm trying to hop on this broadcast. I got there's some comedians from across the nation, different folks coming in with their comments. It's Monday Madness. I don't know what they're gonna say. Give me till 1 o'clock. He was like, you can take a little longer than that if you want to. So I think I can go to at least 1:15 my time. So I still got a little bit more time and stuff. So I'm here. I'm riding with y'all.
Sometimes you got to look at support and more than monetary value.
Bring your lieutenant on. Let us thank him for you.
What?
I'm with you.
I said, bring your lieutenant on. Let him thank him for. We'll make him a star.
Oh man, that's cool, man. He won't even use Cash App and whatnot. He's like cold hard cash and stuff. I'm like, all right. He's also our mechanic, so I don't get mad because I don't know what to do when it comes to
Phil. Is he single? is your lieutenant single?
No, I'll see if I can find somebody. He's not, but there's a whole bunch of these knuckleheads. But see, some of them I wouldn't want to wish on you. Them jokers is crazy. Them jokers is crazy.
Reese is high maintenance. You need at least a captain.
That's right.
We don't need a knucklehead. We need like at least like a co-lieutenant or something. Captain. What's the next one down?
Lieutenant, captain, and then the chiefs. Yes, I'm with you.
Because I got high blood pressure, high cholesterol. I need somebody who's gonna be able to save my life. That's gonna know that
we are at the age now where we need We need people who know the signs and symptoms of a stroke. So that works out good
Right.
for us. We've heard that talked about before.
Exactly.
I tossed
I need
that
somebody to know
link
how to
for the
give me
show
my
in
medicine.
the comments.
Look, Phil, we all need
Yeah.
to know when you're having a heart attack because you did it right on the screen.
Yeah.
If I'm standing here and only one of my eyes is, I call 911. I'm having a heart attack. That's a sign of
Phil,
a stroke.
you know
If
I
I'm
had a
like,
heart
do y'all smell
attack on this
toast?
show,
Do y'all
right?
smell toast? That's a stroke.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know,
Is that
Phil,
true?
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
If you
That's
smell
one of those
toast,
things.
yeah,
Yep.
yes,
If
that's
you
true.
smell toast,
Yes,
yep.
oh my
If you
word.
smell toast, what?
you're
If you
having a
smell
stroke.
toast, a lot of times when people are having a stroke and
You're
whatnot,
toast.
the side of their face is affected, and then the opposite side of their body. So the right side of their face is affected, but the left side is also the left side of the body. Right side of the face, left side of the body, because it switches at the base of the neck and stuff because of the spine and blah blah blah. And I won't get into all that. But one of the other things is they're like, I smell toast. You're like, oh, for real? It's like, all right, this guy might be having a stroke and
Oh
stuff. That
wow.
I had to talk to if you'll allow me for about 30 seconds here. We had a call the other day. The lady had high sugar. Sugar is about 80 to 120. Okay, that's where your sugar should be. Oh, that's that link for the show. So you guys can take time to look at that when you're ready. Again, it's a little rough, but I think you'll enjoy kind of what the idea was behind it. But the lady, she had a blood sugar 80 to 120 is normal. This lady had a blood sugar of like 490. And so she was her sugar's real high. And the medic students ride with me, and she was like, all right, Strick, I know the blood sugar's high. I know that means that their breath might smell a little fruity and stuff. And I was like, yeah, that's called ketoacidosis, and it's just a whole thing. Anyway, that's one of the signs, but another one is confusion. And I said, check with her, see if she's confused. She's like, yeah, I can't tell you the whole story right now. So she was a bit confused. Then another one, she was like, can you turn down the lights? And I said, what's that? I said, she was like, photophobia. I was like, that's exactly what that is. And that's something, they get sensitive to light when their sugar's too high and stuff. And I said, ask her about how much she's been drinking and going to the bathroom. And she's like, I can't get enough water in. If she had a 5-gallon water jug, she would try to drink it all. And that's what happens when you have a high blood sugar and stuff, because your body's trying to kick that sugar off, so it's trying to blow it off. It's trying to flush it out, pee it out, all that stuff. And it was just a textbook kind of thing. But these are things that that the medic student was picking up on, because she's been doing.
We need to get you on Wellness Wednesday, Reese. Reese is in the medicine. You in the medicine.
Yeah.
I told y'all
we can make it happen.
I told y'all if he had been there on that last take a hint, y'all would have won.
Emetophobia. That was the one. Emetophobia. I had never heard that. I said, that means emesis. That means vomit. Wait a minute. I said, yeah, that's good.
Everybody use their strengths to win. That's
Come on. Together we achieve more, y'all. Together we achieve more. We ain't gotta know. I ain't gotta know everything and stuff. But if Althea know, and Brenda know, and Destiny know, and Funny Man Green, and shoot, and then the dual Philip Page, the double P's.
I don't know.
I mean,
shit.
come on. We can win.
You just say you don't know shit to keep people from asking you to do shit. I know that
That's
trick.
all he does.
I know that trick. I know that trick.
He ain't fooling nobody.
No.
I'm gonna tell you like I used to tell my kids when they asked me to help them with their homework. I don't know shit.
Hey, Brenda,
Yeah,
I believe that, because remember, if you go back a couple episodes where he was for sure about two questions and got them wrong.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
and
that was on you for asking.
I'm pretty sure it was C. And we was like, C. He said, yeah, it's going to be C. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to take over. No, the hell you're not.
Jojo, baby, why you quiet? What you thinking?
Oh no, I just came back. I was gone for a second, but no, I was gonna say though, you can't use that toast joint with Phil. You know what I'm saying? That nigga smell toast all the time. You know what I mean?
If you smell toast and bacon, what's
I think you're okay.
I'm hungry now. You making me
smell
hungry.
toast and bacon. Oh, you all right?
I smell toast and bacon.
That nigga knows like he can smell toast in another state. You know what I'm saying? So you can't use that one.
Oh.
I know when I was playing football, and they said that they used to say if you get hit really hard and you smell bacon, you might have a concussion. I don't know if they
Oh,
do that anymore,
I don't know if I
but
heard that one before and stuff, but I tell you
yeah,
what, I'll put it in my repertoire.
yeah.
I'll be like, "Do you smell bacon, son?" You know, I
Well,
actually
I
do.
don't know.
Some Subway
I
over
had
there. We
old,
can
I had
we
old
can go as
school
There'll be a lot of
coaches
Muslims in
back in the
denial.
day, huh?
Yeah. It might want to not work for some brothers. He'd be like, hell no, I don't
That's
smell no
good.
bacon.
That's good.
And even though he do.
Now, funny man, that's two. That's
No,
two
no,
that you
I'm
jumped
wrong.
on right
It's
there.
not
That was
smelling.
good. I mean, from
It's
one for
not
last
smelling.
night, one
If
for
you
tonight.
if
Good
you
job.
taste bacon, if you taste bacon in your mouth or something, yeah,
Oh
it's not.
Bacon
man.
should bring you back to
Can this
life.
be that you
Hey,
hungry?
no, that kill me. If I taste bacon, I'm getting sicker because I'm plant based. So if I start tasting bacon, my stomach flipping, my head hurting, I'm
Oh,
Well,
getting
Jojo,
sicker
you
and
ain't
sicker.
never had bacon, so you wouldn't know what it tastes like
He
anyway.
had bacon.
Who
JoJo
don't
used
know had never had no bacon? You crazy?
JoJo him and
I
Molly
had hog maws, chitlin, pig feet, toes,
that's why he's
everything.
vegan
Huh?
now. And
Yeah, shorty, and I would still be eating it if I wasn't vegan. I'd still be. I ain't do chitlins a lot, but at least once or twice a year, I'd roll down and get some good chitlins from my auntie or something. You know what I mean? Or down the
Chitlins?
market or down the market.
Hog mogs and chitlins? What?
Hog
but
maws
I
and
wanted
chitlins. That was me back in the day, shorty. I ate my steak red rare too. You know what
How
I
about
mean?
oxtails?
the
Did y'all eat those?
Yeah, I mean they
Oxtails?
ain't real. They ain't, yeah, I ate all that. Jamaican spots got all that.
Just
before
one.
well, I cook oxtails. You got to just know how to cook. Cook not only Jamaican. I'm not Jamaican. I might be some part of Jamaica, might be in my blood, but just knowing how to cook and cook, you do that. But before we
Man,
get
come on now. They ain't just got no god dang oxtails at the cookout. Stop playing.
no,
When's
you
last
can't
time there was some
it
oxtails at the cookout?
depends on whose cookout you going to. For instance,
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Who on the panel has oxtails at their cookout?
I am serious. Well, when you got mixed heritage, you do. You
My
have some
mom,
oxtail, some
yeah,
jollof rice,
my
some. I
mom used
mean,
to make them.
Now I got some
so
camel. Now
all
I've
the time.
That's a
But
I've
camel.
eaten some.
before,
Shit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to thank Mr. Phil Strickland because it's people like him that came to my aid many, 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 many times. Not only did I go to school to learn medicine, I was also the patient because what Phil said, except for I haven't had a stroke with the sugar going up too high, and it also took my eyesight. And when my grandmother, when she was still living, tested my sugar on her machine, it says danger, go see physician. I was on my way out the back door because I thought I had a virus, and I kept drinking fruit juice because I was thirsty. I was vomiting. I was throwing up. My hands got dehydrated, and I thought and I was drinking the worst thing that a diabetic could drink was just orange juice.
Oh my gosh!
Because we didn't know no better. But when I got up and I could not see, everything was blurred, couldn't make out nothing. And my grandmother, my 14-year-old cousin drove me to my grandma in my car because she was still in my car anyway, learn how to drive. But she took us to my grandmother. My grandmother checked the sugar. You know, grandma is the old sage of the family. And
That's
when
right.
it said physician, it said danger, call physician. We called an ambulance to somebody like Phil Strickland. I couldn't even see how cute the men was. I couldn't see. Came to my rescue. And when your sugar dropped too low, you get lethargic. You can't even speak, make a thought. You shake it. You go out the back door quicker when it dropped too low because your mind, it's like when it's up, you act like you're drunk. You feel like you're drunk. That kind. When it's down too low, you can't even. You're unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still ain't.
You know exactly what you're talking about. That's
seen.
how it is.
Actually, I saved my mother's life that way because she was laying on the couch. This is when she found out she had diabetes. I brought my son over because I was going to go try out at Southwest Airlines to be an airline pilot. I'm not a pilot, but a stewardess. Yeah. Okay. So I dropped my son off at my mom's house and she's sleeping on the couch and my daddy took him and I left. And I don't know, I can't remember if I forgot something at home or what the problem was, but I turned back around. I got halfway there, turned back around and went home. And my mom was still laying on the couch, but she was like, I'm dark skinned and my mom's my color, but she looked like a shriveled up raisin. Like she was real black and shriveled up. And I was like, Mom, you all right? And she was like, yeah. Just drop his stuff off and leave. And she said, give me some orange juice before you go. So I went across the street, got her some orange juice. I came back. She drank it and she pepped up a little bit. You know, she was like, okay, I'm feeling better. All right, we're good. I was like, nah. And I called the paramedics. I said, if you won't go to the hospital, like many Black people won't until you're dead, I was like, if you won't go, I'm calling the people. And I called them, and when they came in, her blood sugar wouldn't even register on their machine. And he told me, he said, if you had left back out, your mother would have slipped into a coma and died.
Yep. The what winds up happening is
that's like that too.
A lot of people do. What winds up happening is because for so long we're only a couple of generations from. Let's just be real. We're only a couple of generations away from slavery. And they did a lot of experiments, especially on our Black ladies and that sort of thing, and just stuff that was not asked for and blah blah blah, a lot of different things that just wasn't talked about. So we kind of have a aversion to I ain't going to the doctor unless I'm real sick and stuff. But when it comes to that, so that's understandable. But when it comes to that sugar, that diabetic coma and stuff, and you were saying her skin color and stuff, a lot of times the person's skin, if they're a white person, it's red, but with Black folks, it can be kind of purplish and stuff, and it just looks almost darker and stuff. But that's a slow onset illness or malady that comes on over days because that sugar just keeps going up and up and up. And although they're thirsty, they need to be thirsty for water, but they just think, oh, I want the sweetest thing, and that's just how we do it. I take metformin myself to keep my diabetes in check and whatnot, but the point is, that's one that comes on slow and stuff. Whereas the other one, make sure they're not calling me. The other one is insulin shock, and that's where your blood sugar is bottoming out and stuff, and you're below 80. And that's the one where you're like, look, at least here's a thing of orange juice. Maybe put a couple of scoops of sugar in it, stir it around here. You drink that. All right, now you're waking up to have a sandwich and stuff, as opposed to here, eat this cookie, Grandma. They don't want to be unconscious.
Remember, it's hyperglycemic and hypoglycemic.
That's
Hyper
right.
means
That's
up,
right.
up. So when you think of
Correct.
it, think of up. And when you think of hypo, think low. Hypo,
There you go.
low. Hyper,
Tell them,
high.
Althea. That's right. Now I got another one for you. Good job, Althea. That's how you do it. Good job.
Yes.
I still ain't seen no oxtail though at no damn cookout. I don't care what you said. Now I ran across a little camel. I've eaten camel toe at a cookout, but never no oxtail.
At the cookout, JoJo baby. And I live way up here in the West, and my mom cooked them all the time. I never ate them, but yeah.
I don't eat other animals. You said camel toe.
Hell yeah, I ate a couple camel toes at a cookouts before. Shoot, you don't know.
I bet you have.
Moose knuckle.
Oh Lord.
I know y'all.
Get out, Phil Strickland, before your ears blow off. Look, he had to.
I gotta go. It was great seeing y'all, talking to y'all. I'll talk to you on the next one. All right, I gotta get out here and take care of some stuff. Might be a cat.
All right, later.
Peace out.
Phil Strickland. Inbox. No crap, he didn't hear me. I'll inbox him. There's a TV channel that's interested in him. I actually sent his show off to these people at a Christian network, and they're interested in him. And I was like, they wouldn't be interested in me. We cuss too much. So when she said send me a link, I had to lie just a little.
You have to make a show just for that. You have to start a show just without the cussing. See, I mean, it's like doing clean comedy and bringing anything go comedy. So, but yeah.
I would, JoJo baby, but Phil did a clean show on Saturday, and he came out with his underwear on fire, and he was like, "Oh my God, I gotta cut! Damn, 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 damn." So I don't know. I think I like my comedy with some cussing in it. You know,
Yeah,
I listen
no.
to
I
the
was
clean
just saying
stuff,
your show.
but
Though. I got you. I
yeah,
got you.
even
Yeah,
with my
yeah.
show, I like it with a little bit of cussing in it, just a little bit.
That's that sauce. That's that sauce.
You
I
don't have
don't know. That show on
to
Saturday made me realize I gotta add some more shit to my repertoire. I had the pastor in that corrected my sermon. So I was like,
Phil, wait a minute,
what?
which show? Which one?
The
The
show that I
early one or the late?
did, yeah, for the lady.
Okay.
Cause I can do a Christian set, but most of the time when I do my Christian set, the people in the audience don't know whether I'm right or wrong. It just sounds good. But the pastor in the room knew what was right and wrong. He was like, "You're on the right track, but it didn't exactly happen like that."
But the show was still fire.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you know, Murray was the first one to use the term. That's my baby daddy.
He said that makes me
Ain't no question. Ain't no question.
That's how come I didn't take it. Like, that's how come I didn't create one, because I think that's fake. Like, creating stuff just to get on TV, like, that's where you start to sell your soul of your brand. So I like my show the way it is. And if other people don't like it, damn them. But this was a great opportunity for a Christian non-cussing show, and that's what I saw when I tuned in with Phil Strickland.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes you gotta make the variety of colors too. Now, if you're a business person, you can't just have blue. You might have some bloods that want to buy your shit too. You know what I mean? But you ain't only got it in blue. They ain't buying it if it's in blue.
Well, they can go back and check my catalog, because I did a clean show. I did a roasting comedy show. I did a talk show. I did 2 or 3 talk shows. I did Comedy Church. I did Comedy Court. Like, my repertoire is big enough that if you want my stuff, you can go back and look for it. But the stuff that I'm creating today
Ain't
is
what's
a
happening
little
right
bit of
now.
cussing in it. Yeah, the stuff I'm creating
That's
today.
why I met you at the Comedy Church.
What? Yeah, yes. Remember that? We had the reverend and everything. So again, the clean comedy, I think like that's an individual thing. Like, you know, comedians have to work on that within themselves, because I don't want I don't make you come to my show and cuss. I want you to come to my show and do your brand of comedy. Oh, I love my flyer.
Audience.
But it opens up more doors if you can do more. And that's what I recognize Saturday. Maybe I need to work on that aspect a little bit more.
Right. And that's the individual choice.
Because I can just come cuss with no practice at all.
Then me as a producer telling you when you come to my show, don't cuss. Because that's just going to make you want to do it more. The Midday Barbershop Comedy Extravaganza, folks. If you guys want to see and hear a little bit more of what we were talking about, the amazing Althea McFarland will be there. It's going to be hosted by Phil Page. The beautiful Duchess, please pass my sentiments on. I've just never seen anybody more stunning except for the woman above her. Althea McFarland, happy birthday again for probably the 23rd time, or whenever we show this flyer. Starts at 1 p.m. Saturday.
Miss Chocolate too. Don't forget Miss Chocolate.
Yeah, I'm going around. See, right above your head, it starts at 1 p.m. Saturday, September 28th. It's a free show. The balloons are for you out there personally. Me and Phil sat on the phone for like an hour with me trying to mess with those. So enjoy them. Big birthday.
She can't see him. She ain't gonna be able to see him. Is that what you said, Phil?
No, he actually said, "Oh, that's nice." And of course, Miss Chocolate, whose birthday just passed yesterday. Phil, tell us about that. You went to her party.
Oh yeah, Miss Chocolate, they threw down yesterday. There's gonna probably be a lot of people from her birthday because I announced the show there. So she's gonna probably have her entourage show up. We'll see.
And with some oxtails, JoJo baby.
We just had to get away from
down
them
there.
oxtails. Them oxtails are a new staple for the show.
Yes.
Hey,
And
man.
I can't read the address. Anybody can
The
read the
address
address?
is 6307 Georgia Avenue, right at the down in DC. It's close. That's close to the line, ain't it?
Yeah,
No, it's by the
Yeah.
Ibex. It's up.
it's up from the Ibex. It's about 2 miles from the line.
Yeah, like
Okay, that's close. That's close. Shit, that's a bop for real. That nigga bop that. Nigga bop that every day. You know?
What do it mean when y'all smell chicken? I smell chicken. What do that
That
mean?
means you hungry.
That means you in the hood, nigga. Keep your head on the swivel.
Yeah, me and you in the hood. Everybody, do you smell mumbo sauce too?
I got to get my son because he was in the kitchen.
And that last one was produced by Let's Get Ready to Funny Productions. Y'all
Let's
reach out,
get
get the
ready
t-shirt.
Sunday.
Our next one up, we have October 12th. Headliner is Kobe Jack. I'm really interested. I've been saying his name for like 3 months. So make sure somebody gets some footage of this. Phil Page, whoop whoop, JoJo Baby, now. Miss Dreads, I've never seen her, but I've heard a lot about her. So hopefully she's right smack in the middle, and she'll be right smack in the middle with her comedy. We got Althea McFarlane again. Rapper It's Gitty. I said that so white. Sorry about that. Rapper It's Gitty. DJ Jizzle, which no man will say. And it's the Aberdeen Comedy Jam.
My man Poppy the Bear.
I'm reading in a circle. Okay. Aberdeen Comedy Jam After Party and Fish Fry. I already said DJ Jizzle. Tickets are $30. And yes, Blue Hef is in the building. He always blends into the photo. And anybody can read the rest of that because I can't see.
Oh, Poppy the Bear, the host. Hosted by Poppy the Bear. That's all you miss.
821 821 Old Philadelphia Road, Aberdeen, Maryland, VFW. Contact B-Man for your tickets, 443-993-1090. Food is available, cash bar. Hey, what's up, man? Tables available for a party of 5 for $100. And you can also get your tickets on Eventbrite.
Yay.
And you can get some tickets from me on the low.
There you go. And most importantly, it's produced by DJ Beadman. And so shout out to him for presenting another amazing show. And I'm jealous because I love a good fish fry.
That just means that they're gonna have a stripper pole at the joint afterwards. And they're gonna be hot on it. They're gonna be hot on that pole.
We gonna have B-Man roll.
I'm going to pole first.
No.
Stop.
Shut it down.
All right. So the next one is Live at the Hub, 777 VFW Memorial Drive. I can't see because I wrote it. I think that says
St. Roberts, Missouri.
Okay. Friday, October 18th, 2024. It's the Ebony and Ivory Comedy Dinner Show. This is a free show, everybody. So if you're in the area, please make your way down. Also, the barbershop is a free show. No reason for you not to be there. 7 p.m. dinner starts and they have a limited $19.95 menu. I'm getting the San Moritz myself, but they have 3 choices and they all look good. The show starts at 8 p.m. and it is going to be starring Damian Seaman and co-starring Phil Page. You can call that number.
Sold out too.
Peace.
Okay, it's sold out. All right.
That's what they want. Where's he at anyway? That's who's missing. I ain't hear his loud ass on here today.
He's out there selling my Let Me Finish t-shirts, which you guys can get online. $24.99 for the shirt, and it goes up from there. $5 comes back to Sauce in the City so that I can help keep perpetuating free comedy, I guess. I don't know. Anyway.
Hey, Brenda, can you resend that link? Because I've been trying to find that link. I can't find it.
Absolutely, I can. And it's hosted by your girl, me, Brenda Brown, aka the Chocolate Child. somebody was goofy enough to say, I'll pay you to come and stand on stage and do something retarded for 8 minutes. And I said, I'm in. So there you go.
Brenda, make sure it wasn't $50 million, because you might have to do a little more.
Girl, shut your mouth.
And there might be underage girls there.
And if there is, we're leaving. Because you're going to be in trouble too, Phil.
Hold on, you can't talk for Phil.
I'm thinking, who the hell she talking about? I'll meet you in the parking lot.
No, we leaving. Like I said, I
ain't no puffy scale.
You gonna meet me in the parking lot. That means you gonna be after me, because as soon as I see it, I'm out. But most importantly, this show is presented by Sauced in the City, and it is where comedians of all ages, 0 to over 20 years, come to tell jokes and hopefully tell a good story.
See, you just said 0 to 20. Those minors. Shit.
Only you think like that. Anyway, come on out, guys. And the more Black people, the better, because I'm still a little scared. Just letting y'all know.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. No.
Missouri.
The more white people, the better. I like talking about them.
Hey, Phil, can you send us that 8 minutes so we can have it on the show?
Nobody will be recording this 8 minutes. I'm gonna jump on them and take the footage.
See that.
I got you, Beast.
All right.
He gonna go live, so it's not.
You gonna turn your back on me, Phil? You gonna turn your back on me, Phil?
We all gonna go live.
Yeah.
They going
100%.
live.
Send me the note. I'll go live too.
No.
We're gonna go live.
Yeah.
Y'all don't want to do this train wreck. So September 20th,
this past Friday.
Laughter After Dark. Wait, put it back.
It's gone already. It's
Well,
fast.
this past Friday.
Oh.
It was really great. I did 15 minutes and did really
Yay.
good.
Let's go. Good job.
We don't
Thank
have sound
you.
effects in here no more.
Do you have footage, Destiny?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. It's on my
Why you
phone. I
sounded
don't know
like
how
that?
to get it on here. What?
I said, why you sound reluctant? You said,
Because my brain started doing cartwheels and stuff on how to get that on here, and it won't load to my Facebook. So it
It may be
it's
too
cartwheel.
big.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
what he
15-minute thing. Well, it's 16 minutes, but yeah.
Well, are you going to do it again, or was that just a one-off, or what?
Well, she added me to a particular group that of comedians that participated. It sounds like somebody else is trying to book us already, so it sounds like I'll be on another show here soon.
Oh, congratulations.
Put it on YouTube, Destiny. That makes it easier.
Put on YouTube.
Yeah,
The video,
YouTube.
yeah.
YouTube. You should be able to download it.
That out. I can figure out how to do that. Yeah.
Send it in Messenger and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't we have one more flyer? Didn't we have one more after the Aberdeen, Maryland?
I got something.
Okay. Do you have a flyer? Yeah, put it up.
I don't
there.
have a flyer. You know I got a flyer. Nah.
But go ahead, please tell me what you got.
Nah, Dad Mentality, we're gonna go live again tonight. I was getting on here just to check and make sure Reese's gonna join us tonight. It's just us tonight. We're gonna do our things. Money Matters, and Maddie Ice gonna do his technology corner, and I'm doing entertainment, and just talk about some of the things that has come up in the last year. Of course, we gotta discuss Diddy a little bit. I'm gonna try to, and other topics that we haven't had a chance to talk about yet, but it's been great episodes. We had Kenneth Clark on last week. We talked a ton about a lot of different things. We talked about homelessness and the fight against violence in our area, and also adoption. So we talked about all that kind of stuff there. And before that, we had Sergeant Garrett, who is a mental health and drug specialist. So check out our episodes. It's good. We'll be live tonight. Make sure you join us in the comments, and I'll be trying to work the comments in and talk about it. So hopefully, Reese, you joining us tonight?
Diddy.
Yeah.
Y'all should definitely be talking about Diddy. That fatherhood thing, like he just put his kids up there for the slaughter. I don't know.
Oh,
I
that what it
definitely.
is? I didn't see that yet. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
his kids got what is it, arrested for his son got arrested for following in dad's footsteps, and one of
Wow.
the young ladies on the boat said that he was, you know, touching on her or whatever. But Diddy just left his son. Like, he didn't just leave the people to fend for themselves. He left his own kids to fend for themselves.
But it's kids are kids.
What?
Kids should touch kids.
And they rich,
kids
so
are-
it ain't even
Well,
bad.
his kid is over the age of 18, and this young lady is over the age of 18. So I think we stopped doing that once we hit like 11, 12, you know, and you start knowing that it's wrong. I'm
You
just
just said
saying,
the lady was over 18 and his son is over 18.
yeah, both of them, yeah. His
Isn't that
eldest son.
consensual touching?
No,
Nah.
not when she didn't consent.
She
Not
was
when she didn't
surprised.
want it.
Yeah, she was surprised. This, you know, she
Oh,
did the Diddy
okay,
joint where
okay.
where she just walked into a room, and
Oh,
then next
okay.
thing you know,
Right.
you're like, "Hello, hello,
There
how are
was
you
hands
today?"
all over the place. Yeah.
You either gonna walk in and you take your clothes off, or you gonna walk in and walk out.
No, there
I
was
know
no
when I
walking out.
walked in, I walked right to
According.
slam out. Like, I wish a nigga would touch. Don't even breathe on me.
Reese like, I wish a nigga would.
That's the difference between black and white people. I heard that joke somewhere. Who said that
I'll
joke?
pay.
That's the difference between
Cedric
black
the
and white.
Entertainer.
Okay,
You got
yeah.
the wish, and white people got I hope. I hope there's nobody in my seat. Black people, I wish somebody would be in my seat. I wish.
Still funny.
It seems like we always ready up for the violence, but that's not true. I'm not ready for the violence, but
I'm just ready for the repercussion of the violence.
right. But if violence before me, I'll be ready to defend myself. You always have to be able and ready to defend oneself. And Beast, I
That's
almost got it off the shelf.
Yeah.
Reese proud.
Man,
She's thinking about this shit.
I don't
She
believe
always
her.
say she almost. She always say she almost.
she
Every
And
went to
she's
the
weekend.
bragging about it though.
Yeah,
Go ahead, tell him, Reese. Tell him how you almost
every
got it
weekend
off.
is almost. Every weekend is almost.
Well, Rodney, I met somebody who I was physically attracted to.
Mhm.
I was intellectually attracted to, and I was even getting a little excited. It even got me,
Not
know,
excited.
got
Not
excited.
Yeah, okay.
You still got that glow about her. Look at her.
And what happened?
But then I found out that it was my cousin. So you're like,
They ain't stopped Jerry Lee Lewis.
I'm not Jerry Lee Lewis.
She done he was like a ace cousin.
Has it gotten that bad?
Time in my life the first time that in my life that happened to me, my cousin got fully at attention. He was fully right. I was like, oh, we cousins. We can't be kissing like this. Oh, give me another kiss. But we cousins, you know.
Is it that bad out there in the world where we have to start dating our cousins?
Slow down. Did you kiss him though?
Well, no, not this one. This is the second one. It didn't get that far, but the first time that I was in the lip lock the first time, but I didn't know that was.
Damn, really?
It's coming out.
Do cousins kiss differently?
Well, when you think that when you don't know that you're not cousins, you know, and it was so funny because it was like so such and such, and you hold it like this around each other.
Incest, man.
Hold on. In certain states, that's just considered dating. That's like online dating in certain states. Depending on what state you in.
Fell out my eye. One tear fell out my eye, and I was like, "Hey, am I not supposed to find love or be happy ever?" I was like,
and I'm sure in Alabama they got whole groups for that.
In the stomach and everything. You know how you like somebody so much, you get on, you feel like a little girl. You like, go ahead. You know, you are tired. And I was sipping an amaretto sour. I had a drink, and they had a drink, and we were just sipping and just
it was getting loose, huh, girl? Getting loose. Had your amaretto sour getting loose.
In the back of my mind, I said I need to exercise while I'm down here.
We get you a drink for the show tonight because it is also my birthday episode. So I'm gonna be drinking and partying tonight too. Just so everybody know that. So don't.
Look, the Virgos, we party all
Yeah.
month
This episode, you might not get the serious beat. So all that conversation and love and good happiness, that shit might go out the window. Just let everybody know. I gotta let my co-host know too.
Look, I know. Slicky said, "Let it go, Reese. You in need." What did he say? You got to. He said, "Reese, please, you got to go. You in need." I got.
No, need
I said, "Let it go."
And was it cousin by marriage too? You got to ask that question
No,
too.
no,
This
it
is
was
cousin
blood.
by marriage.
No, it was the blood. It was the blood.
You chat.
But it depends on how long ago and some of that blood diluted.
No, it was.
It's an
blood.
eighth cut. It's an eighth cousin.
Y'all
No,
are something
Our
special.
grandparents are siblings. That ain't eighth.
That's just like a West Virginia dating service is a family reunion.
My actual cousin told me because there's some speculation around if this man is really my father or not. So this cousin that I'm talking about is on his side, and my cousin inboxed me and he was like, if it's found out that he ain't your father, we could have been married right now. And I was like, I don't know if that's a compliment or
that's a little creepy. That's a little creepy.
What was y'all doing?
I was like, okay.
How far did you go, Brenda?
Sound like y'all ain't had to have
Only the hand grab. It was the same cousin that met me in the club. So he just grabbed my hand, and there was another cousin, a second cousin.
You was in the club. There was no grinding. There was no grinding in the corner.
No,
none of that.
I had just walked into the club. Right. I just walked in. But the second cousin, he tried to convince me that being cousins or being second cousins wasn't a big enough reason for us not to date. And I had to stop talking to him too. I was
heard
like,
that. One of my cousins said kin make twin and cousins make dozen. They believe that down south. They really do.
Did you hear about the lady that married her cousin and they got 3 kids? And then they found out they were cousins, and they like, it's too late to worry about it now.
Not on divorce court, not divorce court, which is a paternity court. They found out they were brother and sister.
Yep.
Because they met as neighbors.
Yep,
and
I remember that episode.
And found out they were brother and sister.
Well, were they both adopted?
No. The father was banging both of the mothers. The father was banging both of the mothers.
There was one where a woman ran off to Vegas and married a man, and then brought that man home to her mama, and her mama was like, "Oh shit, that's your daddy."
Oh
wow!
No.
That happened about 6 years ago, something like that.
Not your daddy.
That's
all
terrible.
the way
That's
down the rabbit hole.
No.
Yeah. So if all that happened, Reese, it's okay. Go get your cousin. Send him a ticket.
No.
You too old to have cross-eyed kids, so don't worry about it no more.
No.
He said cross-eyed kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, in Harry Potter world, they just call that purebred.
There you go. Game of Thrones too.
I'm not. My last name is not Proctor. The Proctors do that. No.
Now to think about it, on Game of Thrones, it's encouraged. It ain't.
It's encouraged.
Yeah. You trying to make that McFarlane name?
Also in the Nazi world and in the Mormon world, that's encouraged. So let's just look at where the information is coming from, Reese. Okay, it's not okay to date your cousins.
The world,
in the Black family world, if your grandma, my grandma is the same woman, you get your ass whipped. Nope, it's not good. Get out that closet. What you doing, you little fast tail kids?
Oh yeah.
Get on out there.
Reese, that sounds like you know too much about that.
Mm-hmm. Sound like she reliving something right now.
Yeah.
No, I was told that when you kids, all the little kids played little doctors games in the house. They play house with the husband and dry humping games. So all the kids just play that game. That's what they did.
Hold on. The children play these games with who?
Yeah, but now what I get with who?
Because you just said the children play the games with the husband. What? hold on.
They
What?
play the games. They play house. Like they're the mama, the daddy, and your cousins just happen to come over and play house. Y'all just play a house. You just.
I'm so glad I was a tomboy. I'm so glad that I was a tomboy.
Tomboys played house too.
No,
it was the brothers.
Well, this tomboy didn't.
I was the daddy.
That's a new spin on hide and go get it.
Yeah, they out here.
They was shoot. Y'all getting on me, just like I played
Ain't
with my
nobody
sister.
getting on me. We increasing it. Go ahead. We want you to bang your cousin.
No, I'm not. Just like I was
You want her to bang her cousin.
Down the rabbit hole again.
We might be. Look, you never know who your family is. I found that out too. So, so much crossbreeding, cross.
Let me go ahead. I got a legal note. The sentiments of the Beast do not reflect the sentiments of the Morning Max show nor anybody else on it except for him. Legal note.
and again, happy belated birthday, Rodney. And I want to tell you guys, thank you for holding it down last week while I was on the road, in and out, couldn't hear no. That's why I was like, I said Thursday show, I missed too much. It was off the chain, and I'm driving and stuff, and I said, no, I got to be where I got good connection. We didn't have good connection in the place we were staying. And I was like, you know what? Well, I'll see everybody on Monday Madness. So that's why there was no show Friday. If anybody, I was just like, what happened to the show?
But I want to put a caveat on that legal note. Unless this show is being seen in West Virginia.
Yeah. Then it's okay.
God. Y'all are terrible.
You all know about the hillbilly elegy?
Technically, West Virginia, Alabama, Arkansas, and
Georgia.
And Georgia, they don't care if you're a male or female there either.
Where they got mountains at? It's up in the hollers. Is that what you saying? It's up in the hollers where they had the mountains and all that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somewhere out there. I don't know. It's all good.
Yeah, where they have Uncle Daddies and stuff like that.
Uncle Daddy. Sister Mother.
Probably like if we don't put this goddamn music on.
Mama.
Rabbit hole.
But tonight, I'm going to be on
this lonely ass world is getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat in. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I'm a and I make you smiling. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouting. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.